I think we're good to go. Everybody's cropped. Everybody's name trackers are up and ready to go. Let's get this show on the road. I don't think we have a Lord Enigma tonight, so that's okay.
It's not officially a race.
No. Such as, I think he said he was busy with something tonight. So, without further ado, hey everybody, welcome to Let's Racing Time. It's Saturday night. We're back with some free enterprise. We're running the beta flags tonight, and as you can see, we've got an Eddie start, which is perhaps maybe auspicious, maybe inauspicious. Who knows? We've got a Triforce arrangement tonight. This stream, of course, is brought to you by what else but Worcester's own Polar Seltzer. Tonight I'm enjoying a can of Seltzer Aid, the delicious tart cherry limeade flavor. Why I can't buy this flavor in bottles, nobody knows, but I wish it were so. Joining me in the Triforce tonight, in the upper right-hand corner, we've got the man that Molly Hatchet says shouldn't be playing this game too long. He's the whiskey man, our man, Mr. Bob the Elder.
Thank you, Dan. I'm indeed your favorite whiskey drinking southern friend, Bob the Elder. The one with the charming accent. I have Chunksy the dog here with me as always. I have my unsweet tea as my aperitif. It's Saturday, so I should have got a Cokes, but I haven't stopped by a store that's got glass bottled Cokes in a while, and I need to rectify that. I really wanted one, and I'm like, well, shit, I didn't get one. So anyway, make up for it. I'm drinking something a little nicer today. I need to finish the bottle because it's getting kind of low. So I pulled out my Eagle Rare 10-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey from a pretty nice expression from Buffalo Trace. A very sought after, very not super hard to find, but not easy to get a hold of either. And it is a very highly traded one. This is 90 proof, 45% alcohol. So I'm used to a little bit of the higher stuff, but Eagle Rare is very good. It is if you ever get a shot for the bottle, it's $35 retail if you can get it at MSRP, but if you can get it for anything under 50, it's worth buying. Even at 50, it's worth the money. So, Slancha.
I almost forgot to open up my item list.
Very good. It's sweet, no harsh notes to it at all. Not quite as elegant as Blanton's, but it's on up there. It's good.
Joining us next, last but not least, in our bottom part of the Triforce. Since he's green, we'll call him the Triforce of Courage tonight. They may call Alabama the Crimson Tide, but we call him Deacon Blues. He's our good friend Blaumager.
Y'all, Plowmagic here. And tonight, it's not Crystal Light, but it's like a generic off-brand of the same type of stuff. But it is strawberry watermelon flavored.
Ooh. Coincidentally, a flavor of Polar Seltzer that you can get.
It's weird. I really like watermelon flavoring, but I don't like watermelon. But it kind of makes sense, because the reason I don't like watermelon is that every watermelon I've ever eaten, except for one, has been not sweet at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it just tastes like water.
I'm kind of like the same way with pineapple. Like, I'm not a fan of eating pineapples, but like if you give me like pineapple orange juice, I'm like, yeah, I'll chug that.
See, I can't do either. I hate both the fruit and the flavor of it. Like anything remotely pineapple or watermelon flavored makes me want to. Bleh.
I'll eat the hell out of pineapple. I have a pineapple coring tool that I'll just buy a pineapple, cut off the ends, and core it out and eat the whole thing in one go.
Although you can't bake a ham without having pineapple, on the glaze.
I mean, that is generally how you do a baked ham. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it just gives it that extra zing.
Pineapple ham.
All right, so just a quick review. We've got an Eddie start tonight. It's a good Eddie palette too. I'm a fan of that one.
Yeah, who is this? Do we know?
I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, I think maybe it's like some other games bard.
Almost reminds me of the color palette that they have for Trevor Belmont in Mirror of Fate.
Huh.
But
But I seriously
not-
doubt that's it.
Yep, do not know.
so get your A buttons ready. And
Indeed.
Get on your main menu screens, and we're gonna count it down with 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll be off. So counting down with 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's see who's gonna be joining Eddie in our game of madness tonight.
Do
Game
not
of
wanna see-
Madness.
Do not want to
Hey,
Hey, that's
That
not
was a
bad.
start.
We can deal with that. I mean, it's not guaranteed to be great. Wow, okay. That's good because now we get the hook. We automatically have an adamant, and then that all of a sudden makes Eddie survivable.
Yep.
So my characters' names are themed off of Final Fantasy 14, but they all have really long names, so basically all of them are abbreviated.
Right.
I had to abbreviate it. Mine are Star Trek Next Generation names. I had to abbreviate a couple.
So
I didn't have to with mine. I was able to use, thankfully,
The original series has a
original
lot of
ones.
short names.
A lot of very short names. Exactly.
if there's any that you're questioning, just feel free to ask.
I wouldn't know who any of them are, so. I know approximately 2 things about Final Fantasy 14, and those 2 things are Jack and shit.
Well, no, jealous of tall, angry because small.
No.
You never watched those? I
Uh-uh.
thought we posted them.
I probably
That's
just didn't see them. Yeah. I mean, you probably did. I doubt I saw them. Oh, I'm trying to hit start. My God, I hadn't played a modern game in so long.
Can't go with
That's
Destal
Kane,
Stress
isn't
this
it?
time
Yeah.
because of the hero.
Yeah. Well, Destal would. Destal doesn't, no matter who it is.
I mean, he would do it and take the game over and then do other stuff.
He'd just live in that fight for a while.
Well, yeah, I've watched a couple of them, and I'm really not sure that it's more than say 6 of one, half a dozen of the other,
Mhm.
because I've watched him in a couple races on that, and I'm not sure he really saves himself that much time with it. This is not even my final form.
Wow. There's definitely a lot more to the Destal Strats, as I call them, than simply going straight to Mount Hobbs. But that is definitely
Well,
part of it.
in this case, yes. Now the Mount Hobbs thing is the straight to Mount Hobbs is a very Destal thing, but I mean he does a lot more than that.
Yeah.
When I say that I'm not sure what works, I'm specifically saying the going immediately to Mount Hobbs
right.
is I'm not sure that it saves.
Yeah,
It saves a lot of time.
There's other stuff from his strategy that I have adopted, like if at all possible, ignoring bosses that don't give you anything, like key
Yeah.
item checks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's several things he does that I very much agree with, and I've
One
took
of
as
his
well.
one of his big gambles is skipping the waterway. 'Cause there's a lot of chests in there. You could get a lot of good equipment, but it also takes a lot of time to loot it.
That's one of those where it really just depends. It's like it doesn't take that, particularly if you get like an early exit item, it really doesn't take a lot of time to loot it. And that's a big gamble because some of us they have nothing, and sometimes we do it, and that's what that waterway is what breaks the whole seed open. So it's hard to say, I think a gamble is probably the best way to put it. I mean, it's just that's what it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because the thing is, it's never going to be a key item.
Right.
So you know
But-
that much at least.
But you could have adamant armors in there for all you know.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Yeah. I've gotten all my weapons and my adamant from just that in the past. It's like okay.
I think this might be a seed where I'm gonna have to loot it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to a little bit.
At first, I was thinking, "Oh, I got Rydia, I'll be fine." But then I was like, "Oh wait, she's level 1."
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
level 1 with nada.
Yeah. That takes a little bit to The problem with Rydia is if you can get an early bombment with her, then all you gotta do is survive a couple levels and you are set. Survive just enough to get one casting a bombment and you can kill basically anything in the game at that point. But
I mean, if you get an early Sylph.
Bombets.
yeah, and Sylph, like I've had Sylph be like my white magic for the entire game in the past.
Sylph's really good.
So when I have Iridia, I do everything I can to check the item shops, and that's good. You get that. And that.
So
she's gonna
also picks a good time to just start ignoring normal chests.
Mm.
That's one thing I think I end up getting normal chests for too long. I think that's a mistake that I generally make.
Same.
It's depends though. It's like I've had it. Sometimes I have to.
He's really good at recognizing when he's got good enough equipment to beat the game.
And sometimes I feel like I just need a few things here and there, and so I'll end up pushing on them. Though I've gotten better about it because I only do them in certain areas now. Like I'll skip whole sections and then do it. Now I'm much better on like Final Fantasy 1 at doing that. Like Final Fantasy 1, I'm much better at gauging where my equipment level is at any present moment. I end up making the other mistake on it. Like a lot of times with it is I don't loot as much as I should.
You're also very quick to jump into the Sylph Cave when you shouldn't.
Me, no. Normally I try to avoid it completely. And I still argue that last seed, like that was where my progression was. Like I just went a different route than y'all did. Like if I had not have done the Sylph, I wouldn't have been able to progress. Like that was just with the particular route that I took.
Sylph Cave's another thing. I think this will avoid Sylph Cave like the plague.
Yeah.
I only go in, I run in, and I talk to Yang, and I boogie on out of there.
It does take a very long time, but there's also a ton of key item checks in there.
Yeah, and see, I do that. Like, I will go to the Sylph before. Now, I will go to the Sylph before I go to. I will go to Sylph before I go to summon monsters every time, and that's one that.
I think that's what. Feymarch as soon as he gets Underworld access.
Yeah, and see, I if I can avoid going to it at all, I don't.
You probably won't be avoiding at this speed.
No, I obviously have to go. Like, and it's just the way I play. That's a difference in it.
I would rather go to Feymarch early.
I usually go to Feymarch early, yeah.
Because Feymarch only has one trap chest to worry about, and it could potentially be in the actual city after you've...
It takes a lot. There's no fast way in and out of there. It takes a lot of time to loot. You generally have to be at a much higher level than you want to be to beat the bosses. I mean, I can make arguments about it all day, but it's just... It largely comes down to... personal decisions on that, and like I can point to seeds where that's hurt me not having gone to it, and I can point to seeds where I can point to seeds that I've won, and the reason I won is because everybody else went to land to summon monsters and I didn't. So it's like it's just I don't think I would like to I would like to figure out some way to consistently get these times down to at least around 2 hours. And I can consistently finish between 2 and 3, but I can't get them under 2. And like, my times vary a lot more with this game than any other rando that we play. And a problem I have that I will call myself out on is I am very risk averse in this game. Whereas like I'm the opposite of Treble. Treble's like even more foolhardy than Destal is, and like
Rebel was
sometimes that
really
works. I don't know if any of them. None of them can equip it, so we'll go ahead and sell it.
Well, might as well go to Mount Hobbs. Maybe I'll get lucky with the character there.
Remains to be seen.
I need to get a new Xbox controller.
I keep wanting to hit start. I just use the Super Nintendo controller. Let's leave those there. Let's leave those on him for the moment.
$50.
Rydia's palette's pretty cool. I like blue-haired Rydia. I like anime Rydia.
So let me know when everybody's at least seen Mount Hobbs, because I have things I want to say.
I'm heading there now. That one's probably not useful. Wow, really? Okay. Cool, I guess. I don't know if I can beat this or not, but we'll find out here in just a minute.
Nobody's gonna get experience for this, but
Well, Eddie gets it whether he's alive or not. Remember, don't forget that.
yes. Well, he's the reason that I'm gonna win, and nobody else
Oh,
gonna get
okay.
experience. I think, maybe.
Damn it. This is not the character I wanted. I hate this boss, too.
Huh? Didn't know they don't explode if nobody's alive to explode on.
No, I didn't know that either. Well, how could nobody be... Wait,
Hide.
you're gonna... Oh, you were trying to wait for them to explode. I gotcha.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's not gonna work. And now I know. Oh, I guess half the battle.
It is indeed. Yeah, I think I can get through this. Oh, she doesn't know any. Okay. Probably should have tried one of those other bosses first just to get her a couple of levels. So far it's looking to be a pretty good decision. Upside is if you're going to miss experience for a fight, this is a pretty good fight to miss experience on. Damn it. Explode 80. Shit. Alright, well, he's still alive. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Alright, all three of them survived. Nice. Rydia just learns her spells so late. This is her only downside, and even that's like mitigated somewhat just because she's so good with the summons.
You don't really need her spells except for the final fight, unless
Right.
you don't get Bahamut.
And it just takes and that's the only thing is getting her up to level 55. What the what? Alright, now we can go back to kind of my normal routine a little bit. Yeah, I gotta eat a tent.
I don't recommend eating a tent. It sounds like a bad idea.
I wouldn't know. They're the ones doing it. Meow, meow. All right, let's see what fresh hell this one is. I kind of wish this was more like a key item progressive thing, like FF, like you can make FF1 than it was so much than so much being a just hey, let's hurry up and get to 10. Ah, damn it. Really?
There's one
Where
place
else
I
I-
could go.
All right. Oh, okay, he's out. Good to know. I used more than I thought I did. And why do you keep missing, Rydia? I'm not paying you to miss.
You're not paying her at all.
You don't know that. There. That's funny. There we go. Where are you at? There. That's some good levels. You got any more of them levels? I will take that. Okay.
Excellent opener.
Yeah, I need that on you.
All right, don't pull a Dan.
Yep.
ABS.
ABS, man. Or ADBD, always don't be Danning.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, this has been a somewhat interesting start so far.
It's not ideal, but at least it's some levels for someone.
Eddie doing the damage.
Yeah, Eddie's been my MVP so far. Truth be told. See, like, I've noticed a lot of stuff, like, one thing we don't do, like watching a few of the speedrun races, and it changes, you know, obviously it changes so much based on the flag set, right? This is a very varied flag set. Not as much as like say Link to the Past Rando, which that's the hardest freaking Rando to try to learn something about, because the flag set, everybody plays such obscenely different flag sets that it's like hard to take anything away from watching most of them if they're not playing the style that you're trying to learn.
Sure.
But one of the things that they do, one of the big things that they do that I've kind of noticed that we don't, and I've just can't, to me, I can't really make it practical, but they go to they almost immediately go to Eblin and just reset if they hit the
sure.
as soon as they,
I mean, there's a lot of chests in there.
Yeah, and they go and just, I don't know, I've never quite been able to make myself do that, because it's ah, damn it. Well, at least I saved. Go ahead and let him kill me. Alright, I'm gonna do that shit over again, but whatever. I also keep trying to hold B because the only thing I've been playing for the Fiesta. Oh yeah, I didn't buy anything. That's right.
Really,
well, I got a piece of information anyway.
They really front-loaded some nastiness in this seed.
I don't know. Maybe I've been a little bit more lucky so far. I've met precious little resistance. I'm sure that's going to change here in a minute, but
It can just be like that Zelda seed from the other night.
right.
Easy
That was
breezy till it wasn't.
That's such a weird seed. That was such a weird seed, because I could see where a couple decisions here or there that could have been a sub out 1 hour, but you would have had to made like
Perfect
the literal
decisions.
perfect decisions, yeah, and just magically known that you did that. Like even my time, if I had gone to where level 1 was, if I made a decision, do I want to check up there? I only had a handful of bombs, right?
Yep.
And I'm like, do I want to check there, or do I want to try to get as much of the other side? And I was like, you know what? I'll try to get the ones from the other side first. And that was a mistake, because if I had gone in level 1, I could have gone ahead and gotten the red ring. Like, take that. I could have gone ahead and gotten the red ring, and it would have made a world of difference. As it was, I think the very first... I found the bow immediately, though I couldn't get it because I didn't have a ladder.
Yep.
I found the silver arrow super early. I think it was the second item I found. The ladder was the third item I found. And that is something I did a little differently than I usually do. Is so like I watched... I did watch a couple Zelda speedruns, like community speedruns. I watched one that's a flag set that's really, apparently a common flag set there that's really similar to what we run.
Okay.
It's called like Consternation or something like that. So yeah, it's got a weird name, but it's almost dead out what we run. And it's apparently a fairly popular one. And it was, all first quest and all that mess. But when I'd watched it, and a couple of one thing they'll do, and what a lot of them have said, as strange as that kind of sounds, is they'll go and immediately, like anytime they find a dungeon, if they have any weapon at all, they'll just pop their head in it for the first few rooms just to see if there's a quick there's a quick item to have access to.
Yeah.
And that's something I normally don't do, but I did it this time, and it really paid off. Because I found that bow super early, so I can see the impetus for doing that, like the reason on it. And I may kind of adapt that from here on, but just like that, just don't get too far down in the dungeon. Because it didn't work for me, for several of them, but it worked for me on that first dungeon. So it was... Yeah, you definitely are going to have that. There's no question. Need to do a little bit of item hunting. Don't want to. It's gonna be smart. Do some shop reconnoitering. Okay. Nothing there that really stood out.
I should change my zip code.
Change your zip code.
I live in this fight now.
Oh, okay. I was
Pulling
like,
a Destal.
sorry, yeah, it went over my head a little bit. I was like, wait, what? I was like...
All right, let's see what this fresh hell is.
Just remember that I want to go back there. Oh, that could be. I'll have to remember that. I'm not gonna spend money on that right now. That's a borderline. That could go one way. That could go a couple different ways.
I have effectively made no progress 30 minutes in.
I made what I consider fairly decent progress.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I definitely need to go back there. No, let's wait. I remember they're there anyway. Oh, NPCs, move! God dang it, move!
Don't move at all. Stay,
Don't get out of
NPCs.
their
Don't
way.
move.
Yeah, clearly I'm in their way. That's the issue.
Yep.
Well, I guess there's no way around it. I'm gonna have to burn a good item on freaking Mount Hobbs.
Oh, well, you have made no progress then.
There's nothing to be had in the world anywhere.
I disagree vehemently.
I found some stuff.
Yeah. Like, this has been a pretty rich seed so far. I mean, like, albeit a lot of them are in shops and money's a little hard to come by, but because I've largely needed to equip just about everything that I've found. Damn it. Double damn it. Okay.
Double ding dong damn it.
Yeah, I probably should just reset on that one. If I had like a fast, this one, as far as I don't think I have a quick command to reset on this one like I do on FF1R, or I can just shift R. Oh, no, not yet. Go back. I got one more thing to do. I might as well. Well, I can say this. If I had freaking Edge, I'd be sitting pretty right now.
If I had a Cecil, I'd be sitting pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, we always would be, though.
No, I mean, so you're never not sitting pretty if you have a Cecil,
Yeah.
so. Cecil with a halfway decent sword is just, or Paladin Cecil with a halfway decent sword is just easy mode no matter how you do it. Alright, one more shop I haven't checked.
That good old main characteritis.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it would kind of suck if they made the main character suck and then you're stuck using them for 99% of the game. Or it could be like other Final Fantasies where they're all functionally the same character. So it doesn't really matter so much.
Final Fantasies that made all the characters functionally the same, aside from like limit breaks or some other rare occurrence.
Yeah.
Always got on my nerves.
Yeah, I'm not overly a fan of that either. Okay, so what can we? Yeah, let's sell one of those. We can do that. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I guess I should amend what I said. There's a lot of stuff in the world. Nothing I can use though.
Could sell some of it.
I could, but to what end? Like, yeah, there's some equipment I could buy there, but, like, not really good enough to justify it.
Oh, they're messed me up. I was like, what the hell? That was strange. Okay. Oh, fucking NPC of hatred and doom. You represent a representative of all that's evil in the universes.
So we've all seen
God,
Mount
fuck
Hobbs,
yeah.
right?
Huh?
So we've all seen Mount Hobbs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, first off, do you even rando, bro?
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, that is a
Second
dude,
off-
bro.
Young with those shades, man.
Yeah, the shades are kind of weird looking. I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed that.
Are they shades?
They look like it to me. I don't know what the hell else they would be. Okay. Now maybe we can get somewhere.
Alright, he can't wear those.
Damn it. If I could direction correctly. Airship.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Hey, he must have finally got through it.
I think I got through it a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, you just said something about having to burn an item on Mount Hobbs, so you made it sound like you were still stuck on Mount Hobbs.
I was.
Oh. Well, that wasn't but like maybe 5 minutes ago. That was very recently.
I think I know the item he used.
I just shot them all to death with arrows.
Didn't do it in time because I couldn't level anybody up. I mean, have you guys seen what's in Mist Cave and the waterway?
Mm-mm. I didn't go there.
It's fucking mean.
It would be nice if y'all would let Rydia attack. Blue-haired Rydia is interesting. Maybe it's Shala.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, I mean, her adult form is like all blue.
Yeah.
It's very Shala.
Guess I could spend all my money on apples.
Buy some apples.
Buy my apples!
Seem to be in almost every shop.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. You're not lying there. Great.
Oh, that was funny. Mindy jumped the gun.
Mm.
Freaking toasted Cindy before she had
Yeah,
Walnut.
I did that too. I did that too. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Ugh. Come on, Lord, Rydia, you're great, but you're like just not attacking in time.
Would that be the like turn-based JRPG equivalent of pulling a Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah.
Leroy Jenkins. That few things hurt me more in the world when I realized that that was fake. I mean, it pretty much had to be, but I wanted it.
Oh yeah, you could tell it was fake just by the way that.
Oh, I
one
couldn't. I
was
know.
Like,
I couldn't
like
because I know.
I
literally-
calculate our odds of success being 37.2%. It's like nobody talks like that.
So, literally everybody that has ever played WoW says that exact thing that you just said. Like, you know, that's why you knew it was fake. But remember, WoW, some of us have never played WoW and have no familiarity with it.
You
So
don't
for
have
all
to
I
play.
knew, for all I knew, when that came out, that could be how people that played WoW talked.
You don't have to play WoW to know that. Nobody talks that way, regardless of what they're
I
doing.
would fully believe the people that played WoW at the time talked like that. Like me and just about everybody else I know that didn't play it, bought it. So, I gotta admit, it sounded odd, but
There we go.
y'all notice this is Oops All White Spears?
Yeah.
Yes.
I accidentally talked to the king again, and he said, "What? No, you can't have a ship. What am I, made of ships?"
That would be funny. I actually need to go back. I forgot to do the throne room stuff again. Now that you mention that,
Yeah. Shouldn't have mentioned it.
I don't know that it'll be anything good.
What the hell boss did I just fight?
I don't remember. I just drew a blank.
At the risk of sounding like Bob, I might as well throw in the towel now.
Youch!
I don't know what the hell.
Double youch.
No, you shouldn't, because you can be way ahead in this one in that take, and then us not be able to find anything, and all of a sudden you come from nowhere and win, because we have that happen a lot lately.
Okay, whatever just happened there, that was funny.
Youch and youch. Man, why do you keep moving?
This is
I'm
still.
tired of having to
As long
put
as
you in the
stay.
front row. He can't stay in any given spot.
That was dirty and filthy, but yet it worked.
I feel like the choice for who to give the adamant armor to is pretty obvious here.
I mean,
I had no choice. It went to Edward.
Why?
Eddie's stuck in my party no matter what. Eddie can't survive without it. Eddie's gonna have to be a main part of my party and be a damage dealer. So he gets the adamant, and then if I get another one, it'll go to somebody else. But Eddie has no good armor. He has no HP. He sucks in every imaginable way possible. So if I get him an adamant and get him a spoon, then all of a sudden he's just as good as anybody else.
I think that plan is contingent on getting the spoon, though.
It is contingent on getting the spoon, but I'm gonna go out of my way to look for the said spoon. So we're ordinarily wasn't. Unless I had like an edge start or something. That would. Why did I do that? That would change things somewhat.
Honestly, I think Rydia might be the better choice to get the adamant this time.
Oh, I never put one on a mage. That's
I
something.
mean, it
that's
has
something I
wisdom
will
and
never
will
do.
boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they get 100 million
It's-
other. But I'll have a sorcerer on that has pretty much the same boost. So, at some point, like,
But you get like
Yeah,
massive survivability early on.
nah. She's got a protect ring on. There's very little thing can kill her. Very, very precious little can kill her in the back row as it is. Yeah, here's where I want to go.
Should be able to survive.
Like
this.
Edge is, I mean, to wit, Edge is doing like 90% of my damage so far because I don't have a,
You
I
mean
still
Eddie.
don't have like bomb hitter. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you accidentally said Edge, because there is
They are both
a
Edward.
there's a wind up Edge minion in Final Fantasy XIV, and the description for it is something along the lines of his name is Edward Geraldine, but he decided to go by Edge because there was already a character named Eddie. They poke fun at themselves a lot in Final Fantasy XIV if you look at descriptions of items and stuff.
I like that's cool. I don't.
Oh, man.
I'm not opposed to the self-referentialness.
I really like the Bard quest because in one mission he's like, "Yeah, I used to be an adventurer, and I guess you're wondering why I stopped." And then it gives you a prompt, and whatever you say doesn't matter because the next thing he says is, "You might think it was something like taking an arrow into the knee, but no, I just lost my passion."
Nice.
And then in the next quest, he says something along the lines of, "You may think I'm just a spoony bard."
Oh, there is a lot of it then, isn't there?
Oh
It's
yeah,
very self-referential.
tons of references. I mean, that was basically how they had to sell Final Fantasy XIV after they botched the launch.
Oh, they fucked that up so royally. It's not even funny.
Oh, it was so bad. And not even so bad in the way that Power Glove's so bad. It's worse than the Power Glove. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but even still, I do remember how bad it was.
Right.
I mean, there's something to be said about a game that you you can't open your menu because the server's overloaded.
Yeah.
The
That's
server's overloaded. It has a chocolate coating. Textbook case for Sigmund Freud. Freakazoid. Check out Dexter Douglas, nerd computer ace, was zapped into the internet and was stuck in. God damn it! I screwed up the line.
see, I never.
He was surfing
All
on
for
the
the-
internet and was zapped in cyberspace. He turned into the Freakazoid. He's strong and super quick. He drives the villains crazy because he's a lunatic.
There you go.
Rick Road's gonna yell at us for letting you sing the whole song again.
Why? What's wrong with the song? It's a good song.
I don't know. He yelled at us last time. You
That's his
sang
problem.
the entire song.
I mean, yeah, he did kind of.
That's his problem.
I actually like the Freakazoid song.
It's a great song. And I mean, the opening
I-
sequence is basically an anime opening because it's all animated by TMS at like the height of their powers.
See, I missed Freakazoid entirely because, like,
It's
the
very
channel
of
that-
its time.
well, the channel
Yeah.
that came on, we quit. It moved to a different. We quit getting it. It moved to a different channel.
I only ever saw it when
And,
it was on Cartoon Network at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember watching it when it was first out on WB.
When it first came out, we didn't get the channel that it was on for whatever reason. So, like, I knew it existed, but we never got to watch it.
Isn't that one getting a reboot or something?
No,
Thought I had heard something about it.
I mean,
So many things.
so
have
what
gotten
happened
rankings
was
it's
is
easy to
they
mix up.
recently did a new episode of Teen Titans Go that was a Freakazoid crossover.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, they got what's his name back to do the voice, and they even had a Cosgrove bit. Although I didn't look to see if it actually was Ed Asner, but but, like, that was my favorite part of Up, was like when they get to the end of the thing and he's like, "Hey, would you like to go on an adventure?" And he goes, "Would I?" It's like it's Ed Asner going, "Would I?" It's like that has to be a Freakazoid reference, right? You know, because
Right.
they're clearly, you know, doing like the reversal of the thing, and the joke is set up in the exact same way. Anyway, carry on.
Is it
Wow.
Asner the old man in Up? Because if
Yes.
it is, I kind of want to watch it now.
He is
'Cause
the
I
old
love Ed
man in Up.
Asner. That's perfect.
man.
I love Ed Asner so much. He's a national treasure.
see, this is why I didn't want to use a tracker. Totally been forgetting to update it.
Oh, you normally don't use a tracker?
I couldn't play this without a tracker.
Me neither.
Oh, that's a cool palette. Yeah, Yang very much looks like Rude.
I could pull off a Rude cosplay now if I wanted to.
Yeah, you probably could actually.
Probably one of the few things I could do without a wig.
You don't have a beard though.
I can grow one easy.
That's true.
Got that Norse genes in me.
Do you? Because that's unusual being from here.
I did an ancestry and found out that I'm only comprised of genes from 3 regions:
Mm-hmm.
England, Germany, and Ireland.
Yeah. That's actually, given where you were born, that's not uncommon. Yeah, the weird one is we don't know where it comes from, but like we didn't get as much, but my grandmother has a pretty substantial amount of Norwegian blood, and we have nothing we've traced is anywhere but England, so we don't know, we don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
But it's
Right.
like I mean, you know, like when you do those, most of them are like, you know, a significant amount's like 10%, right? But she's like something like 30%. Like that's a lot, you know.
Another thing about those is like it kind of defies how we used to figure out what someone's heritage was, which was basically just doing the math based on their lineage.
Yeah.
Which, you know, my great-great-great-grandfather was 100% Cherokee, and I have none of the genetics.
No, I mean, the blood's there, but yeah, you can inherit.
Yeah,
like,
it can get diluted really quickly.
Yeah, you could inherit a lot of them or none of it. You know,
Yeah.
like you could be
The
almost
best case-
completely Cherokee looking, or be, you know, despite being like, say, a 16th or something. But
Yeah.
your inheritance is so.
And like the best case scenario for the second generation, if they don't also get with a 100% same whatever they are, is 50%.
Yeah.
And that's not guaranteed.
Well, see, ours are all small percent, but like my granddad's family, the actual Jameses, all, and we've, as much as my brothers traced it, we're really not sure where it comes from, but the Jameses all have strong Cherokee influence. Like, you see it, like my granddad looked like it, you know, other than the blue eyes, dark skinned, dark headed, black headed, had a lot of the features. His grandmother, or his mother, looked pure Cherokee, and my dad looks like it when he still had all his hair anyway. My brother looks like it, and I don't look anything like either of them.
I see the shades now, by the way.
Yeah.
But like Rude wore a black suit, so it can't be Rude. So who? He's got to be MC Hammer. Those are like Hammer pants.
Ah,
You
yeah,
think so?
yeah, that's it.
It's because of like he's wearing like the gold pants.
So you're saying not to hurt him, Hammer?
Well, there's no, at least yet, there was no Sid in my party, so it's not Hammer time yet.
Right.
Oh, that miss hurt.
777.
777. Sevens go to heaven.
I didn't even realize Eddie is no longer equipped with arrows. Whoops.
Yeah, that's easy to kind of.
Mm-hmm. I can neither confirm nor deny that may have happened.
Oh no.
That's a decision. Nah. I can always change my mind later.
Fight. Where are all the Bahamut?
I've got one character I will get rid of. I've got one flex character, basically, but he needs to go away for a white mage, so I need to be judicious.
Yeah,
about who
that's
I
right.
take.
We're kind of missing a white mage, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. I mean, as far as for actually beating the game, yeah.
Yeah. Or not, it's like...
For now, it's not a problem.
Because
but,
Rydia can... I mean, she has
Rydia.
she has white magic, so she can...
Yeah. Rydia is pulling her weight at the moment, but...
Oh, you got Sylph.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but yes. She's pulling her weight with Sylph. Because I didn't know whether everybody had Sylph or not, so... Not everybody full checks the item, you know, full checks all the overworld for items. Whoa, that was weird looking. I have got to tell you this when it's over. Just I can't do it till I know everybody's done it. Just remind me at the end, and I got something I got to point out to you because it's really funny.
Sure. I'm really excited for the Pixel remaster of this.
Me too.
Wanna
It's
hear
probably
the
what I'm
music.
most excited for.
I probably won't ever play it.
I
I mean, I have all the games. I don't see the point of buying another version of all the games.
What I hope they do is I hope they add in some of the better changes that the 3D version had,
Mm-hmm.
like Bard Song.
Right.
That's a good question. We don't know what kind of mechanical changes there. I mean, because they have made mechanical changes to the other games.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 2 is like a totally different game than it used to be.
And there's 400 different versions of Final Fantasy 4, like
Yeah.
just to the point where it's basically a completely different game.
I hope. Yeah, I hope that they fix Bard Song. You know, they make Cry useful. You know, just like the basic stuff.
Two things that I remember from the mobile version of 4 that only came out in Japan, the 2D mobile version, is that they had arrows be where you didn't have to. They were more expensive in the shop, but one was all you needed. Like it was an infinite
Interesting.
arrow, and the 3D version's like that too. And the other thing was Bard Song was replaced with the 3D version of Bard Song, which is really good if you haven't played that version.
Yeah, that actually makes Bard Song like useful.
Like
Yeah, no, I haven't played it.
It's in-game useful.
Interesting.
I'm
Oh, I
most
love that. I
most
love
excited
that
for the
palette.
music though.
Oh yeah, music would be great.
I got probably my favorite palette for a character right there.
I mean, I am gonna be sad that there's no GBA content though, because
Yeah, I mean,
of all the GBA versions, I think 4 had the best.
it had
bonus
the best
content.
extra content, but it also had a broken ATB.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least we'll always have the PSP version. If you can deal with the fact that Cecil has long hair on the overworld and short hair in battles.
I would never have noticed.
It bothers me so much. Like, I know why they did it. They wanted to capture that nostalgia, make him look like he does in the SNES version.
There's a lot of things in these games that people complain about that if they had not been pointed out to me, I would never have seen, because I just don't. I love them to death. I just don't look that closely.
Right.
Like that kind of thing. Or if it did, I just like, that's dumb, but okay. That's that kind of deal. And like, but I mean, you know, I'll nitpick a movie. Like, I don't know, for some reason I don't on this, but then I will nitpick a damn movie to like the nth degree on it because I wanted it to be good, and it missed those like 2 or 3 things that it needed to be good, and I'm like, if it just did this, just.
So I went out thrifting today. It was actually saw a lot of interesting stuff. The past couple times I've gone, it's just been kind of nothing interesting has showed up. But it turns out that the Savers in Nashua, New Hampshire, is like the place where I tend to find the most stuff in terms of being like A, finding interesting things, and B, actually buying stuff. For whatever reason, that place seems to have a very high hit rate. But like, I picked up 2 old big box of You Don't Know Jacks. Like the first one, the very original 1.0 release for
Yeah.
like Windows, which is neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, wait. Was that the same damn ride? I thought it wasn't. No, I guess it was. Well, damn. Okay, well, that was a waste.
You know, maybe it's just me, but I think a silver shield would be very ineffective. Certainly less effective than an iron shield.
Well, it's probably an alloy.
Yeah. I mean, it's silvered, so it's like it's not. It would. An iron one is just assuming that it's just a base thing of iron, which isn't going to be good. Isn't going to be as good as a well-made steel shield or anything like that. So.
There we go.
wish the Baron Key wasn't always buried so deep in these seeds. Like, you basically never go through the Baron Waterway unless you have an objective there.
Usually if I find a Baron Key, I just beeline straight towards it.
Yeah, I do too. I go there immediately if I go there immediately if I get one.
Huh.
Like this is well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if I say this is the earliest I've ever gotten a Baron Key and done that check.
It's a great check. But it seems to always be buried really deep in the seeds. I mean, you got, what, 2 key item checks and a character?
Yeah, 2 key item checks and a character check, and which is really useful, you know, in certain circumstances. But depends. I mean, you're right. Depends on when it's late in the seed. It's not so much, but generally that ends up being like either that last character check you need, or it could be those last 2 key item checks. And anything in this game that's a key item check is worth doing about as fast as you can do it. Just
Self-cave.
that's only because it takes it's only because you need float. Yeah, like if you have
Oh
float,
no,
Silk-Cave's
it's also
super
because you
fast.
got that fight, those 2 fights, I should say, with the stupid ghosts
Yeah,
that take 10 years to each cast Fire 2 on you.
yeah, you're not wrong on that. One thing I'm gonna do real quick. This last time I forgot to do this, and it hurt me pretty badly. No, I don't think there's anybody can equip that. Yeah, no. Other circumstances, yeah. Or if I'd still have that other party member, that'd been a good one to put on him. But under these particular circumstances, no, it's not a good one. You know, something I never considered, and it just playing this just happened to make me think of it, but like, because we were talking about like Palom being the best character and like his advantages over Rydia and, you know, stuff like that. Well, you know, Porom learns her spells at a slower rate than Rosa. Rosa learns her spells a lot faster, but the problem she has, and she's more effective with the bow, but the problem she has, of course, is exit, you know?
Yeah.
So I thought, like, if you happen to get lucky enough that you roll a seed with both Rosa and Cecil, then it really negates that whole disadvantage because Cecil has exit, like, super early. And I never thought about it before.
I generally prefer Porom over Rosa.
I would prefer Rosa most of the time. I'd prefer Palom and Rosa over Porom and
See,
Rydia.
if you've got Palom, then Porom is definitely better.
Not really, because I never used Twin. I mean, if you make that, if that's a big part of your strategy, then yeah, I can see that. But I mean, it's very, very rare that I use Twin magic in any seed. It doesn't do great damage, and then what it does isn't, and the decent damage it does do. That's a weird sentence to say. It isn't consistent, and that lack of consistency is a big problem.
I mean, plus Palom learns like his spells so quickly.
Oh yeah, Palom is objectively the better black mage. It's just, yeah, like, cause I mean, once you learn Quake, it's seed over more or less. And that's all you're trying to do.
Palam's a better black mage, but what makes Rydia better is the fact she has summons.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, those are your two black mage characters, so that you're going to be using one or the other as a black mage, no matter what you do. So it's like of the two, that's the better one.
But like, would you trade a Rydia for a Palam?
It depends entirely on the seed. If it's early enough and there's no Bahamut, yes. If it's late,
I'm hesitant to trade anyone late.
yeah. If it's late, then I really have to sit down and think about it.
Like,
It's
Tella, I would always trade late unless
Yes.
I had no white mages.
I will generally trade Tella 100%.
And I
of the
would
time.
generally always take a Cecil.
Yes. Yeah. There's. I can't imagine a situation where I would pass on a Cecil.
Mhm.
That's generally a thing that's not going to happen. Yeah, he'll be all right. That was a lot of money, but I think that's worth it. And who knows, maybe I'll find a win later.
Is there a bug with summon?
Ah, shit.
What do you mean?
There's a
Oh,
couple
right.
bugs. There's a couple bugs with summon actually,
I forgot.
but
I forgot. Specifically, it's a self bug.
Yeah.
yes,
I was like,
it uses
my
no
MP's
EP.
not getting consumed.
Yeah, that's why Sylph's so good. That is the whole reason why you want Sylph.
This is like the third seed. This has happened to me by pure chance.
See, I haven't had Rydia in a long time. Rydia late. Now there's not a situation where I would trade a Palam for a Rydia, unless there's only like. Yeah, I can't think of one where I would trade a Palam for Rydia, but there are ones that I would do the other way around. I would do the other way around, depending on how the seed is rolled to that point.
Generally, I think Bahamut would be the only thing that would make me keep Rydia over Palam.
Bahamut's good, but you can make up for it with Quake. I mean, it ends up being just about the same.
Though it doesn't have to be an agonizing decision. If I'm not mistaken, can't you always go to the
Yep,
place where they're praying to swap people out?
yep, absolutely. Oh, well, she's dead, isn't it? Oh, no, she's not dead. Fuck. Literally, you rolled just enough experience to not be dead. Or, I mean, they rolled just enough HP to not be dead.
I'm gonna grow into a full-grown boy overnight. One of my favorite jokes in the Rabtoons cartoons that do parodies of all the Final Fantasy games is
Mm-hmm.
it's one that's in every single one of them. Like, one of the party members comes up to the leader or one of the other party members, I guess it's not always leader, and says, "Help me!" And they got some status affliction, and the person they're talking to is just like, sleep it off, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Those Rabtoons are great. I love that channel.
I kind of wish they hadn't taken the low-hanging fruit for Final Fantasy XI, though.
I wouldn't know anything about it, so...
Well, the low-hanging fruit was basically nobody plays it because it's an MMO, and basically ignored it and did some little subplot with the reject characters that nobody actually cares about.
Shintoto is the only thing I know any marginal thing about with 11. That's because of playing Villainous in Brick's deck. The Shintoto one's a pretty fun one. It's one we
welcome.
fucked with so much. It's like hard to ever remember what state it's in. Like that's been one of the hardest ones to get balanced, and like it can be really bad depending on your draw. Like you get really kind of screwed from the draw. My favorite one's the Arden deck, but that's the one I have the most fun playing. It's also the one I happen to be the best at, so. Nice.
Say it was definitely a race against time to get those assets for the Shantoto deck.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. At least those should sell for a decent amount. That's the only thing only good they're gonna do me. Yeah, the one downside I'm kind of facing here is I still don't have any good area of effect attack. Okay, I really thought that would have killed it. Alright, whatever.
Apologize for my child.
Hmm? Oh, wow, nice.
I'm sure he's being loud enough to be picked up on the mic.
I'm not hearing him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were... That's why I was asking. I was like, I didn't know what you were saying. Does a bow get a racial weakness, or is it only the arrows?
I think it's only the arrows. And the bow is just really heckin' strong.
The only thing I'm not sure about that is I'm pretty sure the Elven Bow gives you the magic bonus against any magic ones.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, the Artemis bow has to be weak against dragons.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, the arrows I know are, but I'm thinking the bow has to be too. Trying to do quick mental calculus to see it, to think if I've forgotten anything, but I don't believe I have. Before I attempt what I'm about to attempt. Is that worth it? No, because I don't know what I'm gonna have to get later. Yeah, let's just leave this. Oh, there is one thing I can do that I haven't done. Shit. Oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. See, I use Sylph basically every turn with Rydia, no matter what, just because there's no... It does a good bit of damage, no matter what you use it against, unless it's just got complete magic defense. Which is only a couple enemies in the game, and it heals you. So, like, I'm just constantly, getting my party back healed. I will take that. You can has that, Rydia. This is the only thing, without any kind of decent area of effect, the damn fights just always take so long. Like, even if you can do a lot of damage, it's just area of effect, like with
and that's the thing, like with my party and my fiestas, like if I'm fighting single monsters, I can tear through them real fast. But if it's big groups of monsters, I can do a fuck ton of damage. But it just takes so fucking long to fight them. It's just not worth it most of the time if it's a large group of enemies. Whereas I could have an area effect and wipe them all out in one spell. Like if I had a Palom and Quake, or if Rydia, Rydia was a level enough to get Quake. What fight magic does Rydia have? Actually, not anything good yet. She learns Quake so late. It'll be level 55 to get Nuke.
Oh man.
Oh,
Charm
man.
Harp. I am so set.
Yeah, you can quit now, right?
That's just GG. Y'all might as well give up.
Yeah. Maybe we better quit playing because there's just no point.
Actually, one thing I am excited for is the fact that we do have an Eddie hero. If we can get the Legend Sword and the Adamantite.
That's true. We can get Loki's harp.
Never gotten it, but I never find both of those usually, so I've only ever found them both in a couple of seeds. Ah, that figures that's where that is.
Always be saving.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
In general, just don't pull it down. See, pulling a Dan is always a bad idea. Pulling a Destal, sometimes a bad idea, sometimes a good idea.
Pulling a
it
Bob
kinda
is
comes
always
and
a bad
goes.
idea too.
Forgetting to, sometimes it depends. Depends on the seed. It's not always bad. It's just 70-30.
Pulling a Blau is always a bad idea too.
What is pulling a Blau?
Forgetting to unequip the Avenger.
Oh yeah, that one is pretty much always bad. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you can still get by most of the time.
Of the bad ones to do, that one's pretty low key, but yeah.
Low key, like this harp I hope to get.
I don't even know what Loki's harp does.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't either. Is that the only thing you can get for him?
No,
If
there's another harp. Because in the GBA version, there was one harp that you get in his trial that you can't take out of his trial, and that's one of them. And then there was also his ultimate weapon.
I suppose you could also roll a Perseus bow. Because
Could
you
you?
can
Yeah.
technically equip bows.
Oh
And
yeah.
he can equip.
I mean, he's been rocking a bow this entire seed, so I mean,
I was gonna say, but I mean, well, is either of his items though better than the spoon? If you find a spoon,
well, the main thing is you can put him in the back row
Yes.
with the harp,
oh no,
and the harp
Oh,
usually
no.
causes a status effect.
oh god,
And you're likely
bad.
to be doing rolling nines anyway with the harps.
this is bad. It'd have to be a hell of an attack because it's max attack with the knife. It's 255. Just based on, also works off other stats. But I mean, I have no idea how the stats work on the ultimate weapons. So, like for some reason, that flare hammer with Sid was doing bouncing nines on everything that I hit. Oh god. Could be here a while.
And you gotta consider the ultimate weapons were generally designed to be more powerful than the crystal sword.
Mm-hmm. Figures.
Really nice if I could find a good rod.
I mean,
Yeah,
the game was
I don't
throwing
have this.
Lilith rods at me left and right.
Yeah, I've got a chain. I've got the better one, change rod or whatever, but I don't have a star veil or stardust, whatever. Stardust rod would be a lot better. Of course, you do that, guy.
I think I'm in the
Nice.
place where you were at, where you made that mental note, Dan.
Nice, Kane. I mean, I don't have to hide that, right? We've all seen either done or seen Baron End at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kane did 38-25 on this boss with a jump.
Wow.
I mean, for this point at this level, that's pretty substantial. Of course, he's dead now, but damn it.
That was apropos.
Yeah.
Who cast that heal spell? I don't have a white mage. So for anyone wondering,
How much
That
HP does
name?
this spot roll?
that name that I've chosen for that character is Dirtlander.
I have a
Derp
feeling
Blender.
I know where you are, Bob.
Yeah.
And I believe when I looked it up, it was something like 30,000.
I killed him, but it wasn't easy. Thankfully, that didn't seem to be a super fast spot. Like, the problem with that boss is, like, sometimes it's just so fast that, like,
Hmm.
you can't make any progress at all. Now I feel like Dan's like 100% ahead of me. Who did I pick up? No, change that. Beep. The bad part is, like, my party, this party I've got is my final party. I'm not changing anybody in it. But I have, like, every best edge equipment in the game.
Just sell it all.
I did. That's why I have money. I sold
I would-
every bit of it. And I just
I
got
would
another
definitely-
Masamune. I just got another Masamune.
I would definitely dump one of my characters for a white mage.
That's a pretty good one. Did y'all hear that, Quirk? Yeah, here, let's just pour the rest of this. It's a little bit, it's a Raz shot, but it's a little bit, I mean, it would be like, if I split it, it'd be like it'd be like an ounce piece. It's like a 3-ounce shot of it, but.
Good party though.
I kind of hate this bottle. This bottle lasted a long time. Kind of hate that it's gone. I got 2 backups, so. Yeah, I mean, if I can get a spoon, this would be actually one of the better parties I'd ever take to an end game. I mean, Dan's probably already fighting Zeramis, but Like record time, finish an hour 17, hour 25, whatever. See, he didn't say anything, so that means he's fighting Zeramus. Called it. You're kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't with us, aren't you? Like, no matter what you do, we're like, oh, he's already doing this. It's like that's good. Might be worth coming back and getting later. That was about useless. What are you doing, monkey girl? Did you get woke up? Did you get woke up from your nice little nap there between my legs? What's up?
Man, I really wanted Popeyes today.
Yeah, that's kind of crap that it was that way, but like, yeah, they're, believe me, like if they're anywhere here anyway, if they're not doing it, it ain't because they're short staffed.
My only
they
consolation
can't get people.
My only consolation is that we may be going out to Banchan tomorrow night. So I mean, that's still fried chicken. So
What's Banchan?
it's Korean fried chicken.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm just I'm waiting for my buddy. Him and his wife just came back from a trip overseas, so we're waiting for their swabs to come back, and if they come back negative, then
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
just
vaccinated and
protocols.
everything, but yeah, it's just
Protocols.
Yep.
I think things are going to get worse for us before they get better.
Nothing's really changed for me other than work's being dumb.
The VU.
Yeah, well,
okay, never mind.
At my work, they brought back the mask policy with a vengeance. Before, they didn't specify that it had to be worn properly, and now they have, which is a good thing. But now they've also threatened to deny people access to post if they're caught without it. Which means they're fired, and there's nothing the company or the union can do about it.
Yeah, see, that's unusual because you're in a union shop, so.
Well, if the army denies access to post, nothing the union.
So
or
it's the
company
army
can do
actually
about
saying it, not the So are you an army employee or a contractor?
I'm a contractor.
Okay. So yeah, you're having the army. This dictates coming
Yeah,
from
the army
itself. Yeah.
They take that stuff super seriously.
Well, part of it is also that the army has been blaming us for getting soldiers sick, even though I see soldiers disregarding the policies more than
I've seen a lot of soldiers who are until they start threatening the word of God on them. It's like, in my experience, a lot of times with the soldiers is that, especially around here at Hanscom, I guess they're not soldiers up here; they'd be airmen, but they take every inch, every mile if you give them even an inch.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, work's being a little dumb about it, but other than that, like it's still a minor thing. It's more just an inconvenience than anything else at this point. So.
Yeah, I haven't had Banchan in a country minute, so I'm. I mean, there's actually a Banchan that's up around here. There's one that's actually near that Popeyes. So it's like I could theoretically go and get a Banchan whenever I wanted to, but it's like
BONCHAN or something like that.
BONCHON.
ON, okay. Interesting fight. Oh, that figures. Sorry.
Oh, that's another change I hope they make
okay.
with the Pixel Remaster of 4.
What's that?
Eddie's heal ability can only use.
Oh yeah.
Cure 1 potions.
Yeah, hopefully they'll change that to be like the chemist ability.
Yeah, like gradiated or something.
In the after years, it would use any potion that could heal hit points, but it had a I'm trying to mix it up here. One of them you could choose which potion just freely from your inventory, and it would use 5 of them. Or one of them, it had a hierarchy of what it would choose. Like,
I forget how it
would
worked
use-
in the 3D version.
Right, one of them was like that. I think it might have been a 3D one
Like that.
where it would use Cure 2 if you had that, but not any Cure 1s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, remind me. I'll have to tell y'all before we leave. I have to tell y'all what happened Friday. I can't say it on stream. I mean, it was on the news, but still, it's just not worth it. But yeah, y'all get a kick out of the story, I think. So I have to tell you. Just remind me, and I'll tell you before we leave. It's not a particularly long one. It was just an event, quote unquote, that happened the other day. So, or Friday at work yesterday, whatever day that is. Can't day, apparently. I'm lost. Out of curiosity, just in case I've just overlooked them, has anybody else seen Sirens?
Nope.
Okay. Then I'm going to assume that I haven't overlooked them.
I bet they're on the goddamn moon.
Probably. Oh
Or
my
Sirens
god.
on the moon.
Sirens
Summon
on...
all the enemies.
They summon all the goons.
Oh. I hate it when that happens, but you know what? If I hadn't have bought that motherfucker, I would never have found one. Like that's just the way it rolls. No, not worth buying. No, not worth buying. Alright.
Very much like this boss to die.
I feel that way about most bosses, but...
Yeah, I think what happens with the Artemis bow is that it is still strong against flying enemies. Because like if I actually have an elven bow, it's as strong against mages and flying enemies.
Okay.
So you would expect the Artemis bow to stay strong against dragons and flying enemies.
Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty certain that I've used the elven bow against magic enemies in it, and it worked regardless of what arrows I had.
I think it just so happens that most dragons are flying enemies.
Right.
I used up every single life potion on this fight.
Oh wow.
But I managed to get it with only Eddie taking a dirt nap.
Nice. That because he gets experience regardless, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want. Let's go. Okay, yeah.
It was worth a decent amount of experience too, so it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Experience is always worth it.
Yeah, pretty much. Where am I going? Where am I going? Shit, where am I going? Shit, where am I going? I went up here for a reason. Oh, now I remember.
That feel when you see Stardust, but it doesn't have the rod icon next to it.
I know where Blau just was at.
I also know where Blau was at.
Mhm.
Do you?
Yep, because I had the same exact feeling.
I could be somewhere you haven't been.
I doubt it seriously.
I mean, Stardust can be in literally any chest.
Pretty sure I know where you are. I would lay even money on it. How about you, Dan? Do you think those are pretty good odds?
Yeah. Speaking of odds, how about that 70-1 odds on Maggie Simpson killing Mr. Burns or shooting
What?
Mr. Burns? Somebody
Oh, the
posted
Who Shot Mr. Burns. Yeah, I remember that. The Who Shot Mr. Burns. I remember
70 to
that one.
1. I mean, you put some money on that. You would have had a good time.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, I got a buddy that was...
I probably would have if I had been in a position to do so back in the day, just for the lulz.
I got a buddy that just randomly happened to be in a casino when Super Bowl 32 happened. When Denver upset Green Bay, and Green Bay was such a big favorite. Just as a last minute thing to entice bets, they were offering 32 to 1 odds against Green Bay, like 32 to 1, or like so he bet $100, won $3,200.
Nice.
Yeah. He's like, hell, I don't even know. He's like, I wouldn't even fall at it, but it's like they were offering me 32 to 1, and I'm like, fuck, I'll do $100, $3,200.
Wow, I have to apologize in advance because unfortunately I'm going to miss your birthday stream. Because
so you are gonna miss it.
Well, yeah. Well, I may be around on the call, but I won't be able to play because we're gonna go to Saratoga that Sunday, so I'll be at my family's and won't be able to stream.
Oh well, hopefully Bob will still be around.
I should. My plan is on it. I need to try to get. Yours is the 21st, right?
Yep.
Okay, I will be. I'll definitely be on the 21st. There won't be any question on that.
I'm leaning towards a food.nes type of playthrough.
I'll figure out how to. I mean, whatever you want to do, we'll make it work.
One thing I've thought about doing since I've learned the GBA versions of Donkey Kong Country games are vastly different from the Super Nintendo versions while still being the same levels. I was thinking maybe since I didn't play in the DKC2, we could do DKC2 Advance.
Do you just hate me? Like, do you literally just hate me?
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen DKC2 Advance, but I believe they have changed the. I believe they changed the way you save, so you can just do it anytime.
Okay. If that alone, I mean, I still don't like the game, but that alone would change a lot about it. So.
Well, I was thinking instead of just who gets the farthest in 2 hours or whatever, it could be who has the highest percent, so we could take it a little more casually.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll do whatever. I've got one tentatively set for my birthday too, and I have no idea what I want to play. You know what? I may try to make you motherfuckers play Ninja Gaiden or something, and just let you wallow in misery. But I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. So
Can't promise I'd do very good, but I'd participate.
Blau, have you ever played Maniac Mansion?
I have. The game is a little too hectic for me, but I like.
I've beaten it a few times. I've beaten it a few times, but it was always with a guide, and I don't know it well. I love the game. I just don't know it well because of that.
I want to do a Maniac Mansion race.
I do not know it well enough to race.
I feel like
I mean, I could look up how to beat it. I mean, if you picked a certain person and just said, "Hey, we're gonna do it with this person," and then I could look up how to beat it with that person, then I'd be willing to try it. You know, like if you stipulated only so and so character win or whatever. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Like the only rule would be no Bernards.
Yeah, I mean, I love Maniac, man. I love the game. I just don't. Like I said, I didn't. Buddy of mine gave it to me as a teenager, so I didn't have it as a kid. Though I used to love the old TV show. Like I knew it from the TV show.
There's a TV show of it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They made. I mean, the game came first, and then they made the
Yep.
TV show.
Yeah, I knew the game from the TV show. It was the other way around.
I mean, they had shit. I'm blanking on his name right now. Who played Dr. Fred? He
Oh, I
was
don't
the
remember
Jackass
either.
guy from Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Jackass. I can't remember his name either to save my life.
It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
I'll tell you what's crazy. I had never. It was on my list of stuff to watch, and it was on HBO Max. But I finished One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest today,
Oh yeah.
and I had no idea, man. Like that's got like 20-year-old Danny DeVito and like 20-year-old Christopher Lloyd, like Brad Dourif when he was like 18 years old. You know, before he played really weird, fucked up people.
Oh.
And like, yeah, it's like, it's so like that movie had like so many people in it, like that ended up being like just incredible careers after that. Like I didn't even recognize Danny DeVito because I'd never seen him that young, and it's like this guy's really short and he looks really fucking familiar, and I just couldn't place it. And then finally it hit me. It's like that's Danny DeVito. But he's like 20, you know. And like I've never seen Christopher Lloyd that young, like when he had black hair. Like I didn't know how to qualify it. It was strange.
I thought his hair was normally brown.
No, he was completely black-headed in that
So
movie. Anyway.
I remember seeing him in Taxi, and I thought he had brown hair.
In that one, he had completely black. Like his hair and his beard were completely black. What the fuck just happened? What the hell? Okay. Everything's good, right? On your end, stream-wise?
Let me look.
You didn't drop me or anything?
No, you're still there.
My TV just went to hell, but so I'm back now. Weird. What is Excalibur's actual feature on this game? On this one, like, what is its weaknesses that it hits?
It's
Holy
holy.
damage.
So it's just like the crystal sword; it does holy damage.
Yeah, it's just
pretty
not
much.
as.
It's just a weaker crystal sword,
Okay.
and it's worth a crap ton of money.
Right. Okay, so who doesn't have helmets?
I always thought it was a little odd that you could sell the Excalibur.
It not being like an unsellable
Yeah,
key
you can
item.
throw it too.
Yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed rolling nines when throwing it.
Yeah, it's the second most powerful throwing weapon in the game, in the vanilla game.
And only the spoon.
The
Oh, if I only
spoon.
had a spoon.
God bless Ted Woolsey and our spoony bardisms. We wouldn't have that without him.
Well, you know, it's
No,
funny,
he
out
didn't
of
translate
all-
this game.
I thought he did.
Nope.
I thought he did this one in 6.
No.
Are you
he,
100% positive he didn't translate
I-
this game?
He translated 6 and Chrono Trigger.
I could have
So,
sworn he
well,
did
the
4
reason
too.
why they hired Woolsey is because this game was translated. Her name was Makoto something. I
Uh-huh.
forget, but it was translated by her, and that because this is like one of the early like SquareSoft localizations because Nintendo localized entirely within my kitchen Final Fantasy 1.
So they did it in your parents' kitchen. Is that what you just said? That's where they
I was
localized Final Fantasy 1. Like Nasser was in your kitchen, and that's where he did it. Where you were growing
Localized
up?
entirely within your kitchen.
Yeah.
May I see it? No.
Well, you get like, you know,
Yeah,
you
I
always
know.
get like, you always get weird, funny stories like that. Like I've got a buddy that the property.
If this
they do
game was
Bonnaroo-
localized in my kitchen, I mean,
well, I've got a, I've got a buddy that the land that they hold Bonnaroo on, his uncle owns it. Like they lease it from him when they do Bonnaroo every year. So you get weird connections like that sometimes.
So the great thing about the Spoony Bard line is that it's
Mhm.
actually it's mostly an accurate translation.
I mean, I always thought Spoony was like literally a. Damn it, that sucks. Can't do it without incurring the penalty, can I?
I think there's a different word you could use that would probably be more accurate, but it has basically the same meaning.
I thought Spoony was basically introduced into nomenclature from that game. Like,
No, it's a word that does mean like foppish.
okay. See, I wasn't aware of that. This is what I think it is. This could be balls. Yep, this is what I thought it was. It is what I thought it was.
Well, I could say I definitely have my final party unless I find a white mage.
Chekhov! Fight, Chekhov! Don't just sit and write the cherry orchard.
It's gonna be a
Or the
rough
Three
fight
Sisters.
without a white mage, because I really haven't seen much in the way of restoratives for sale.
No, Cure 2 is about the best I've seen in life potions.
I've seen Cure 2 and Elixir. I must
So
have.
I don't
not
think
made
I
a
saw
mental-
elixirs.
I must have not made a mental note of the life potion.
I did see elixirs.
I generally don't buy them, so I probably just overlooked it completely. Alright, there we go. Dan, you'll have to look at the tracker before it's over and like look at what my final party entails because it's interesting. Like the section of the tracker it takes up. Quadrant, as it were. Well, that was kind of a waste, but okay.
Oh, damn it. That was dumb of me.
Damn it. Damn it, boy. Oh, you find this interesting, Dan. Like I was before, while I was eating dinner and before we started the stream or whatever, I was watching The Town, you know, the Ben Affleck movie.
Yep. Oh,
And I've never seen it before. It's pretty good, but you know, it's another one that's pretty well regarded for the accents. Like how good, like Jeremy Renner does a really good one, and Affleck's from there, so he can always do a Southie. Well, they're not from Southie; they're from Charlestown, but it's pretty well regarded. But I was noticing. So as weird as it sounds, there's a lot of because the Scotch-Irish influence is so strong in both places. There linguistically, there's a lot of commonality between the general Southern accent and a Boston accent, and like I always hear little things with it. They're like they sound completely different, but phonetically there is. And what was the word they said? Not forest. It was oh, I gotta remember. He said a word that was almost like the way he said it's almost identical to like the way a redneck here, like a really strong accented redneck here says it. Oh god, it was really. I kept thinking forest, but that's not it. It's something like that. What the hell is it? It's gonna bother me now.
There we go.
Oh, what is that?
Hopefully
Oh,
that
that's
was worth
bothering me now, Dan. I'm trying to remember. I meant specifically to tell you about that tonight.
Mhm.
Now I can't remember the damn word. But it struck me because it was almost identical. Like, it's not the way I specifically say it, but I've heard people say it, and it sounded, the way Jeremy Renner said it, sounded identical to like the way we would say it. But I really like that movie so far. That one's been really good.
I don't think Blouse. It's like I would like to talk about the ending, in as much that I still find it really implausible that he
That
was
movie,
Well,
I didn't finish it. Keep
Oh,
that in mind.
okay.
Yeah,
then
I've still got about like 30 minutes.
Oh,
of it.
then I won't say.
Thank you, Sheila.
So you have issues with the ending, though?
Well, it's not a bad ending. It's just
Implausible.
Once you get to it, I think you'll.
Okay, I'll put it in chat once I finish it. I'll probably do it after we quit tonight because I want to finish the rest of it. Where I had gotten to.
I think you're
Let
at the
me
point
think.
right when they should be starting the Fenway heist.
No, just before it. Yeah, they had did the armored car, got caught, and where I quit it at was right when John Hamm had contacted the girlfriend and told her about Ben Affleck.
Mm.
It's got a great cast to it, though. John Hamm, Titus Welliver, Pete Postlewaite, Jeremy Renner.
Inventory management.
Inventory
Good final boss.
management. Yeah, I'm about to get to the point where I'm a little at the top end of the inventory myself.
Oh, here's a white robe for my white mage that I don't have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that white robe. What did I watch other than that? I watched North by Northwest.
That's a
That
good
was on my
movie.
list of stuff to watch. That's a great movie. You know, I didn't realize there was the one character that I kept seeing that looked so freaking familiar. Leonard, the Leonard character, never says his last name in it. One of the two bad guys, and I could not place him. And then, like, I finally ended up looking at the cast. You know, it's Cary Grant, who's always great in anything he's in, and Yves Saint Marie, who's just gorgeous. But I looked it up, and I'm like, I finally looked it up, and like, it's Martin Landau. I just had never seen Martin Landau that young. You know, like, I didn't even recognize. Like, I love Martin Landau, but I'd never seen him that young. Because that movie's like 1959. But I mean, it's Hitchcock, man. You know it's going to be good. I'm
Yeah, right.
narrowing down my list. I'm getting pretty reasonably close to it. I got 2 of them on DVD that I got to watch that I just keep putting off. Oh, I bet I know what this is from that noise. No, I didn't know what this is. Interesting. God damn it. Too late. Alright, I think I can do this, though. I think this can be done. We'll just have to see.
Well,
Here we go.
try that again.
I think I got this. Holy shit, really? What the hell? Oh, I know what I did wrong. Alright, that's how I'm gonna have to get through it, though. I can do this. It's gonna be a bitch. But I can do it. Come on. Oh my god, really? Literally any other time you would have just been like instant. Oh, you didn't do that. Ah, damn. Oh no, I'm okay. She's just gonna have to be my entire offense, basically. Come on.
Hope I'm not dusting this.
I may be on this one. It's hard to say.
Get out of the way.
Oh, come on.
Now I'm faced with an incredibly tough decision.
Yeah, this one's pretty balls. Fucking really? Oh, I got it. Woo! That was not fun.
You destined.
No, I mean it went pretty quick, but it just was not a fun fight to say the least. It was just interesting.
I got the choices. That's the only smart play to make.
Alright, yeah, pretty much got to. Don't have much of a choice. Oh yeah, damn it. Don't have fucking cabins and tents. Unlike in other games, tents don't revive your allies. It's the damn inn. she have? This has been a slow ass seed for me.
Yeah, we're like 2 hours into this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's been a slow ass seed for me. I have one objective. And no means currently requiring another one.
Oh, that hurts so much to do. Ugh.
Yeah, I've done a lot of things I don't normally do.
So hard like potions. I apologize again.
Wait, why am I doing that?
I'm doing that for a reason. For the damage laws. Why is it hurting her so much? I mean, shit. I mean, it don't help she's got almost no HP, but... He's the only one of them that it hurts to that level. Oh, no, you gotta be alive. Can't handle you being dead. This is too low a level to be doing this, but whatever. Got through it. Got through it about 10
All that
levels lower
matters.
than I should have done, yeah. Thankfully, the boss wasn't that bad. It was still not what I needed. Beow-doo, 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 beow-doo.
Well, if it helps, I did find Cure 3s.
Oh, I never did. Or if I did, I overlooked them. It's possible I did and didn't see them. That's entirely a thing that could happen. Back or not dead. Papa come home is just us kids. Oh fuck.
Plus, I mean, the other thing the anime gives you is agility. So, I mean, putting it on Rydia is a legitimate choice because, like, her agility
Oh, I'm not-
sucks.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying
I was
don't.
just making like an
Yeah.
observation.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not about to be like, you should only do this or only do that kind of thing. But yeah, I just
It's
It
the
never
only
occurs.
correct way to play.
it is the only correct way to play. You are equals incorrect. But yeah, I just don't. It's not something I ever do. I'm not advocating that my decision is the correct one.
Mhm.
I just generally think it's better. My approach. I get the arguments for putting on a caster. I just generally think that My general impression is it's always better putting on a front line person. Like
Yeah,
100%
I think
of the time.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, if you found one and you put it, say, on Cecil, and you found a second one, putting it on Rydia would be absolutely justified.
Yeah, and see, I have one on Cecil, and I regret that because I found the. I regret that now because I found the crystal armor, but I mean, you just can't count on that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd rather have put it on Kane in retrospect because he doesn't have as good an armor, but again,
he jumps. Well,
yeah, I mean, he won against Zeramus, but I mean, I also don't have Avenger. I haven't seen an
yeah,
Avenger for
I've
sale
not
or
seen
found
any
one.
Avengers either.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, that's unusual. Because normally I'd be rocking 2 Avengers at this point, but. I don't know why I'm literally not just hitting pass on all of these until Rydia attacks, so she can bomb at them in the face.
If only we didn't get stuck with Eddie.
I mean, yeah, if I had a spoon, it'd be a little bit better. He's not doing a lot of damage right now. Like he was my main damage dealer early, but now he's kind of getting. He's more just kind of taking up space. I hate this particular fight, even if it's not that hard a one. It's just like, fucking cutscenes.
So when they do the 6 remaster, how do you guys think they're going to do the opera?
I don't know. I mean, how have the soundtracks been?
Oh, they've been the best part.
But I mean, like, what are they? Like,
They're progressive rock type stuff. So, I mean, they've
Okay.
been complete. They're performed by actual musicians, even though, I mean, a lot of times with these game soundtracks, it's stuff that's performed live mixed with sequenced stuff. And that is very much the case. But they're all, go look up the Final Fantasy III final boss music from it, and you'll be like, wow. It's like a lot of people agree they did not have to go that hard, but they did. But just even just the regular music, just listen to the Final Fantasy 1 music, and I think you'll agree.
How badass would it be if they did? If that's the case, then how badass would it be if they went straight up, Florianson symphonic metal with it? Just got actual operatic, actual operatic singers like her to do it. That would be badass.
Yeah, because in the FF3 stuff, they have a lot of you can hear actual, singing and chanting and stuff.
Yeah.
Going on. So
I'd kill to hear that. Would be badass if they did a full-on symphonic metal version
I have
of
to
it.
think they would do it with
Uematsu would be down with that for no doubt. Uematsu's an old school metalhead. Like that, all his stuff's is so influenced by metal. That's why the Black Mages are so good.
Well,
Like,
here's
he'd
the
be all
thing:
for
the
that.
guy playing the guitars in this
Uh-huh.
is Toshiyuki Soki. It's the same guy from the Black Mages.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's badass.
I saw it in the credits, and I'm like, oh well, no wonder those guitars are kicking so much ass.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd kill to be able to hear the Black Mages live. It'd be badass. Like that is the best version of Battle on the Big Bridge. It's just so fucking awesome.
I think Battle on the Big Bridge was probably the best song out of all of Final Fantasy for them to have put in the Black Mages format.
Oh, without a doubt. It fits it naturally.
Yes.
That's the thing is like, I think Five's soundtrack gets shat on a little bit, like unjustly.
I mean, it's a bad
It's
soundtrack.
Huh?
It's bad.
No, it's not.
It's
not
repetitive.
bad. There's no, it's not bad at all. It just doesn't
There's
stand
two
out.
good songs.
Look, no,
thing
Battle
about
on the Beach
Five's-
is good. It fits the scenes really well. It's like the thing about it is you're so spoiled because so many of these soundtracks are so iconic, and it's not iconic. It's just apropos. Like they fit the scenes really well.
And also,
They
Final
do-
Fantasy V sound programming is garbage.
I won't argue with you there, but the thing gets
Like I
it
said,
gets
I believe that-
unjustly it gets unjustly.
I believe that these pixel remasters will finally make Final Fantasy V listenable.
It gets unjustly shat upon.
I think Final Fantasy V's issue is that it does have some lows, and in particular, the regular battle music, which you hear all the time, is one
Yep.
of those lows.
See, I disagree. I don't think it's bad. I think it's just not memorable.
but
I
it
think
has.
But I mean, you
it
have
has
to hear that
really
game
high
music.
highs.
You have to hear that music all the fucking time. If it's not good, then that's a pretty big failure.
But I don't think
Then
it's
there's-
bad. I just don't
then
think
there's
it's
that
as good as
one-
the other. I just don't. That's the where we're disagreeing. Is I
There's
don't
also
think
that-
it's bad. Yeah, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's as good as other games fight music.
There is that one town theme that is actually bad. I think it's used in Kelb, and it's used in one
Yeah, I
of
don't
the.
think any of
like,
it's. I don't think any of it's over. Just objectively.
And,
I think
I
it's-
love Mambo de Jacobo because it has the guy that goes, ugh.
I think the theme I'm thinking of is also used in that town right after the ghost ship. I don't remember the name of that town.
Oh really? My inventory's full.
But I would say that tune is bad. But like it does have really high highs, like Battle on the Big Bridge, and boss theme is actually pretty dang good.
I mean,
And can't forget stuff like
I mean, Xdeath's theme is
Xdeath
classic.
and-
Xdeath is
and Dead's
perfect.
theme.
It's yeah.
I'll be very interested to hear how they rearrange Xdeath's theme.
But let's be honest about Xdeath's theme. It was basically Discount Gold Best theme.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but again, you're talking about one that is just objectively incredible. Like the thing about it is the other ones in the series are just so damn good. Like it's just hard to. It's everybody's spoiled by it because they're so iconic. You know, like so many of the other games, they're so iconic.
See, I think the thing is with the other games, you have a couple songs that really stand out, and then the rest is just kind of all right. Like nobody really talks about them, but there's no real stinkers. Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
I don't-
V does have a couple of stinkers.
See, I just don't agree, but that's the only difference. Is I don't think any of it's that bad. But I mean, can't think of one. I mean, outside of, but so my frame of reference outside of a couple things in the remake of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy 13 that I played, there's not any of them I hate. And I can't stand 13 soundtrack from day one. It's just it doesn't.
13 is
It
also a
doesn't
case
jive
of
with
Final
me.
Fantasy V is like it has a couple real bangers and the rest of it is just super forgettable.
Right. I just in general don't like 13 or the 13 series, so that's part of a general
I
failing.
mean, 13
on my
earned
own
its
part.
money from Blinded by Light.
It has a lot of really good tracks that people just.
I just don't like it.
remember.
Like I don't like
Because-
any of them.
The problem with 13 soundtrack is a lot of them sound very samey.
Mm-hmm.
Something compounded by just the sheer number of songs that are derivative of Blinded by Light.
Right. There we go.
ABS.
Yep.
Don't pull it in.
Don't pull it in.
At least it seems impossible to pull a Blau this time. Can't pull a Blau if there's no Avengers.
Mm-mm. So I'll tell you, I have the Legend Sword and don't have the Adamant. Either y'all have the Adamant.
Nope.
Nope. Even if we manage to beat it without getting the adamant, I'm gonna go and find the adamant just to see
Right.
if it was Loki's harp or not.
Yeah, I mean, we'll know where it is by then.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was dumb of me.
It was a really good spot for this fight to roll into.
Yeah, I mean, for this to be such a slow seed, I've run into that a few times where it's just a fight's rolled in a very, very friendly spot.
This fight in particular can be very nasty in some spots.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, not too bad.
Oh, let somebody attack. God, she just now learned Quake. I mean, that's absurd to learn it at that low a level. Or that high a level, you know what I mean?
You must have done more battles than me because I haven't learned Quake yet.
I just learned it.
What level is that one again?
Hmm?
What level is that one again?
I think she was at 40, learned it at level 46.
Jesus.
I was at level 45 or 46 when she
Jeez.
learned it. Yeah.
My Rudy's only level 37.
Yeah, I'm only at 32. But that's to be expected. I'm basically like 30 minutes behind you guys. That's because I didn't want to use my Gaia drum at the beginning.
I never used it. Like I said, I just went and found samurai arrows and I got an Artemis bow. And just wrecked them. How did I ever beat one of these in 2 hours and 19 minutes? It's just... Or however, 2:18, whatever it is. There were no adamants for sale, right? I never saw adamants
I
for
didn't
sale.
see one.
Unless they're in Coco's shop.
Oh, that... I haven't seen him.
It just now occurred to me.
I haven't seen them, but I also haven't checked all the shops.
I'm pretty sure I've checked every shop in the game.
It is unusual that this has been Oops All Spears and we've actually had Kane, because usually when we have Oops All Spears, there's no Kane.
Hmm.
I did find an Edge at one point, but I kept Kane over him because at that point I'd sold all his shit, and I think Kane's still probably better overall for the.
Well, I took Edge, which made a decision I had to make later all the more tragic.
Right.
Because I ultimately ended up dismissing him.
Oh, that sucks. Did you ever find a white mage?
And neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, I'll tell you if I have one at this point, so we're far enough in the seed.
All I
I
can
mean-
say is I do have my final party.
I mean, I have a white mage.
I also have a white mage.
I have
I,
Dan's
too,
favorite.
have
I
white
have
mage.
I have Dan's favorite palette of white mage.
You
Me
know,
too.
oh, Wonder Woman.
Yep. I love Wonder Woman Rosa. I mean, I said it when I did. I didn't say it was Dan's favorite, but I said it was my favorite.
Yeah, I had to get rid of Edge for Rosa.
I'm surprised
a-
you.
It was a painful decision, but I was like, between
Who did
Kane,
you-
Cecil, and Edge.
He probably held on to his Yang for a really long time.
Yeah. See, I replaced Yang with Kane, and then
Edge was the first character I got after having 5.
oh really? Okay. Yeah, I had 5 before I ever went to the underworld.
Always be saving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Actually, you read my mind. Because this could be good or this could be bad.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. As opposed to the song, which is Everybody Knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. And that's just how it goes. Because everybody knows. You ever seen that movie, Pump Up the Volume? It's one of the most underrated movies of all time. Christian Slater, Samantha Morton,
Never heard of it.
or Samantha Davis. Oh, it's an incredible movie. It's about this kid that makes a pirate radio station. It's an incredible late 80s, early 90s movie. You should watch it if you've never seen it. It's awesome. Oh, I forgot. God dang it. I forgot something. This is a fortunate boss in this spot. I mean, I would honestly take, if I could get the adamant, I'd love to have that at this point, just because I don't. Edge just is, Edward's just not doing a lot of damage. There you go. Nice idea. Okay.
Ha.
Something bad happened.
That's something
Tracy,
amusing.
you were terrible. I got a feeling I'm right behind Dan. on what I'm doing. Can't confirm or deny that. I just have a feeling.
Got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
It's more than a feeling.
R.I.P. Brad Delp. One of the most underrated singers of all time. Just doesn't get the appreciation he deserves. Beato says the same thing, so. Not that one. That one. Not that. That.
Out there. There.
There. Where? There. Everywhere. Your mom. What?
We've almost had every character seed at least once.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of the twins, and I haven't seen either of the old men, but I've got every other. I've seen every other character.
Same.
I mean, generally you'll take a mop anytime you can get one, but
I mean, I wouldn't with this party.
well, not right now, no. But I mean, in any other case, you usually will. I'll do this. Yeah, why not?
I like how he's basically just a direct upgrade to Tella.
Yeah, he is. He's good Tella, basically.
He's Tella from an alternate universe where he didn't go senile.
Yeah, he's Tella from an alternate universe where he doesn't suck. That's, like, if in an alternate universe where Tella's actually a good character, that's him. Funny though, as a kid, I loved Tella. Like, I thought he was one of the coolest characters for whatever reason. I like the old man Sage, but I loved like the Nintendo Power, that like hokey Nintendo Power art from the issue that was in. I loved that stuff. Oh,
The Nintendo Power art for Palom and Porum makes me
Oh, yeah.
gremlins.
oh yeah, it was so bad. I still love it, no matter how bad it is.
That was really rude.
Well, don't be rude then.
Don't be
Now,
rude.
nothing like the old Nintendo Power art, like the old like Dragon Warrior Nintendo Power art. That's objectionably good. That nothing beats that. That's awesome. Like, I love that. Like the little companion Dragon Warrior strategy guide that they had with it.
Yep.
I love that old art, like the old Howard and Nestor art that they used to do.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got the Dragon Warrior strategy guide.
I've still got it somewhere.
Which is weird because we did get our Dragon Warrior for free from Nintendo Power.
Did you have the little card, like the little slide card that had the levels and everything with it? Like it told you told you like what level you got each spell and stuff like that. It came from Nintendo Power.
Let me just say I was very, very young.
Yeah, you're a little younger than me. That's right. Or well, me and Dan are the same age, but you're like mid 30s, right? Like 33, 34, something like
35.
that. 35. Okay, you're a little bit older
Wow.
than I thought you were.
That fight was.
You're my brother. You're the same age.
extremely
You're basically the same age my brother is. Or you were 86, then I guess
nasty. 85.
85. Okay.
Yeah, Blau's
Well,
my
he's-
sister's age.
Well, he's 34 and he's 87, so it's just the way you fell, I guess. Oh, you're about to turn 36, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yep. I will
And
be
my wife's-
38. I will be 38 the week after you turn 36.
And
so-
my wife's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, well, happy birthday to
your
her. Yeah. Frau Blau. Happy birthday, Frau Blau. Oh,
She'll
God,
be
do I know what this is?
turning, I think 27.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm 9 years older than her.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I really robbed the cradle on that.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Well,
she
my
had
first one-
I think she just turned 19 when we met.
I was 4 years older than my first wife and 6 years older than my second wife. So if I ever do it again, I guess I'm the trend I'm going will be 8. But
Yeah, she had been. We met in October, so she had been 19 for like just 2 months.
though to be fair, I guess if I were to date anybody, I probably would look to try to date somebody that was around like 28 to 30, something like that. So that would be about 8 years younger.
So yeah, for Alabama, that was the definition of barely legal.
Yeah, yeah. Damn it, I totally did not pay attention to what fucking boss that was. I missed 2 bosses. What was the? I didn't mark. What was the ordeals? The ordeals boss, the one in the cave.
The one in the cave?
Yeah, the shrine or whatever. What was the one in the shrine?
Let me think for a sec.
Because I forgot. I totally forgot to mark it. And then I totally just did not pay attention to what boss. Oh no, I know who I just fought. I can kind of rule out who it wasn't, but yeah, I don't for life remember who the fuck it was.
Oh, I think it was Leviathan.
Was it Leviathan?
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd run into Leviathan. Who the fuck did I just fight then? Oh, wow. Yeah, other circumstances. Other circumstances. Oh god, this would have just been destruction. Oh, that's a cool palette. Oh, I hate to give that one up. That's the coolest palette I think I've ever seen.
Didn't get any experience on Rosa that fight.
Yeah, that's often a problem. I hate it when like you're trying to get experience for one character and that's the only one that the boss wants to attack.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got 4 other options and it attacks that one fucking character every time, and that's the only like you don't care if anybody else dies. You just want that one character alive at the end of the fight. Usually that's Palom or Rydia that happens to, but that is still bothering me, whatever the fuck that word was, Dan, that they said in the movie, and I cannot think of it. All I remember is that it's 2 syllables if you say it properly, but if you say it the way they said it or the way a redneck says it, it's 1 syllable. And it's an R sound like forest, because that's what made me think of it. But it would be like saying forest is forest. Which I guess, how do you say that? Do you say forest?
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 Only you can stop forest fires.
Forest.
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 Forrest. That's how you say
Like Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Okay, now you're being a little.
No, that's how we say. That's how I say it. I don't say Forrest. I say Forrest. I say Forrest Gump. Run, Forrest, run.
Funny how
Like, I'm not being
the one further
pedantic. That's just
south.
how I say it.
It's funny how I'm the one further south and you have the more southern accent.
But you know the accent's completely different for South Alabama too, though. I mean,
I mean,
it. You also
it's
grew up
about-
in Huntsville, and I didn't. That that's a.
The accent's about the same. It's just varying degrees of intensity.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, people, most people in Huntsville don't have more like hillbilly accents like I do. So,
Right.
because I grew up far more rural.
I might be wasting my time.
Oh God, not this boss.
I don't remember if there's
Any boss but this boss.
I don't remember if there's a key item check for this.
I mean, I'll tell you if you want to tell me what it is.
Zot.
Dan Zott does have a key item.
It does
doesn't
have a key item, yeah.
Yeah. Like Upper Zott, yeah.
I know it's got 2 character checks, but I couldn't remember if it had an item. We all pretty much got our final parties locked in.
Well, I have mine without a doubt. No question.
Yeah, I have mine without a doubt as well.
I actually got to cast white in the fight. That doesn't happen often.
Ah, so the characters are Sid and Mop.
Oh, up there? Yeah, I didn't do that Earth Crystal check. Okay. It's Sid and the Mop. So the Mop is in the seed.
Oh,
Interesting.
he's got a Wario palette.
Cool.
And the Mop is just blue. How fitting. The Mop wedge. I just left Sid alone.
Bum bum
Go
bum
on.
bum bum bum.
Theming after another Final Fantasy, you can always leave Sid's name alone.
God, that's like my 8th Masamune I've gotten in this seed.
That's funny.
Yeah. All the Masamunes. This is gonna be weird. That's all I'm gonna say. Weird. Veered.
Oh, there's a Rosa minion in Final Fantasy XIV, and the description is something like, "There are tales that say that she was once rescued from being crushed by a ball, or sliced by a guillotine, depending on which version of the tale you've heard."
Oh, since y'all have all got the character, I was going to tell you the thing I was going to point out that I thought was funny. But when I got Rosa's, I don't know if you noticed, but the fireball thing were the fireball sprites, the bomb sprites or whatever, were Tellas.
Yeah.
So Tellas burnt down the village.
Old man.
Yeah, that
raining
was
death and
funny.
Destruction.
Yeah, I got a kick out of that. I thought that was great. Oh, God, it's only 10:06. That's not as late as I thought it was. I knew I was tired from having got up at 5:15 all morning, but I didn't know I was as tired as I was. Like, I slept 11 and a half hours last night. It was great. I went to bed at 11 and got up at 10:30.
Lately, I've been waking up at about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, which is kind of unusual for me without an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been using my CPAP again, which I don't
Okay.
really feel any better when I use it, but I'm not sleeping as much, so I guess it's making some kind of difference.
Yeah. Interesting. It's hard to say because, like, you can, the thing with the CPAPs is like you don't always. It's entirely possible that you don't know that you're not getting good sleep.
Do you use a sleep tracker, Blow?
A what now?
A sleep tracker.
What are those?
Like something on like a smartwatch or some other device to help you track how well you're
my brother's
actually sleeping.
Oh,
yeah, my brother's got one. Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah, my brother does one like that. It's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, like if you get an Apple or Android smartwatch, they can do that for you.
I'm waiting for the Pixel smartwatch to finally materialize into something that actually exists.
Like, yeah, what Dan's talking about, like, my brother's got one that like measures like the quality of his sleep. It's kind of crazy.
Like, I have a smartwatch, but it doesn't have a sleep tracker on it.
Yeah, do you think that this really
one.
is Shala? Because like the full blue is kind of cool looking, but
I think it's Shala.
yeah.
After somebody mentioned Shala, I'm like, oh yeah, that's totally Shala.
Well, I said it earlier, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, in another stream, we had the same
Oh,
Rydia
okay.
come up.
Gotcha. Fair enough.
I kind of hope one thing that they might do at some point in the future, which probably is never going to happen, is they should just take like all of the sprites from Record Keeper and just randomize the character sprites.
Yeah.
From what I've been reading is that it's taken them a lot of work to just do the fab palettes. To do
Right.
other sprites would be enormously difficult for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that it's not a lot of work, but I mean, either way,
Time.
you're having to
Oh
painstakingly
fuck, Dan! I'm
rearrange
fighting
the
him. Like
palette.
I've just almost killed him. Fuck you, Dan.
That
Like
was
I'm almost at the end of it.
a
Like,
very
he's just
long and
almost
difficult
dead.
fight. Bob, we were like neck and neck through this entire thing.
Fuck you, Dan. I was so damn close.
Like, I'm pretty sure when we were both fighting Golbez at the same time.
Yeah. I thought
If you
when
didn't
you told what
do-
level you were in, when you said what level you were in, I thought I had a lead on you. But
I thought you had a lead on me too, because I'm like, how did Bob get so far ahead of me?
I mean, I got 10 key items, and I went and ground before I ever went to the north or went to the moon or whatever.
See,
Well,
once
I'm
I had
yeah.
Darkness Crystal, I boogied straight to the moon. So
Oh no, I did. I did the grind before. Well, I actually went.
the difference
I-
was that I did Earth Crystal. I'm guessing you went and
I never did Earth Crystal. Yeah.
okay, because I did Earth Crystal. You must have gone and used Twin Harp then.
I did. Yeah. Was Earth Crystal an objective?
Yes,
and
it
I
was.
just missed it.
It was Rat Tail.
Weird. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never got the rat tail.
Damn it! I thought I had the Twin Harp, and I don't.
I love this.
Yeah, I
Zoroark
did the
sprite,
twin
though.
art. Yeah, this is a cool Zeroma sprite. I mean, the Vegetamus is still the best one I've ever seen, but this one's pretty on up there. Oh, of course, now he does it.
Also, I kind of pulled a treble. I did not have Nuke.
How the fuck did you beat it without nuke? Like
It
I
was
ground up.
very-
I had 10 key items. I had 10 key items, so I ground up for nuke.
You can
Well,
So far,
use-
this is.
You can use
so far, this
slow
is easy.
instead of
I
nuke.
thought you were ahead of me, so I was like, okay, if Bob's ahead of me, I need to kind of take a risk. I mean, I did use slow, and I had Bahamut, and I mean, Kane and Cecil were doing decent physical damage, and you know, Eddie was keeping people alive. I was able to get my cure 4s, but he was countering Bahamut with all party virus.
Damn. Yeah.
So that was kind of lucky.
I know. That's time. I got super lucky there because like he was attacking so slow with his shake that I went ahead and used nuke and got my. He never did the Meteo phase.
I never got a Meteo phase either.
Yeah, he never did the Meteo phase. So like, he just nuked Rosa as a counter and killed her, and I'm like, I'm fucked.
I should go and calculate how much damage was actually done. Because it didn't feel like 100. I wonder if I underflowed. Well, no, I couldn't have because I didn't reflect.
Yeah, that was the easiest. I mean, that was easy up till then, and Cecil killed her right at the end. I never got an Avenger.
Me neither.
I need to learn to just not say shit because you wouldn't have tried that early if I hadn't have said that about the levels.
I mean, that's true.
And I would have beat you.
You probably would.
See, I don't metagame that way. Like, no matter what y'all say, I don't change. But I mean,
even then, well, what the difference was, I mean, that's true. I mean, based on what the objectives were and what we had, it's like, well, I knew I had to go to the moon anyway because, I mean, I was like, okay, I don't want to slog through the, I didn't want to slog through, Sylph Cave if I didn't have to.
Well, the Darkness Crystal was my 10th key item. Okay. And then I went to, the first thing I did is to go to check the shop and got Sirens. So then I'm like, I've got 10 key items. So I got 10 key items, so I'll go grind. I figured it was worth the grind. And
Why is this the seed that you guys decided to go to the sealed cave before Sylph Cave?
Only reason I did the sealed cave is because I got the Luca key, and it made me think if they're going to give me the Luca key, then I guess it's probably going to force me to do that. And my thought was, if it ends up not being a key item, then I'll just reset.
Yes, that was my thought as well.
Yeah, I'll just reset and I'll save myself. I'll only lose about half the time I would have ordinarily lost.
You're not far. What you're fighting, you're almost there.
Yeah, that was the only one. That was like, did 9 of 13 character checks, 12 of 17 key items, ended up with 12, half the treasures, or a little bit over half the ball. Well, 23 of 34 bosses, a little bit over half.
However, I did find the adamant.
I never found adamant.
However, when I got it's on the moon. But I said, I bet if I go back and do this, it was one of those things like I knew you would just get ahead of me.
Do you know, Dan, that I forgot what one the ribbon was, and so I did the first boss before the ribbon.
I wound up doing that boss just to get some experience.
If I hadn't have done that, I'd have beat you. That was the difference. Is like because I did that boss fight. That was the difference in our 2 ones. If I just hadn't done that boss fight, nothing.
All right, let's reset and go figure out if we got this Loki's harp or not.
That's rare to do the other check though. Like I never do that check. Like I never end up doing the package, but that time the package was.
I knew if I didn't check the
important.
package, it would have been important.
Oh yeah, no. If I get a character check, I do it. Like if I get a key item that does a character check, whether I get the character or not, it's another thing because you have that option.
At that point, I was like, okay,
yeah.
If that's not that's not a white mage, things are going to be really difficult.
Yeah. By the way, since you heard that,
Well, you might want to try to find that item. Just maybe you can do it. Maybe just go ahead and kill the boss that gives you the item, so you can go get Edward's.
Oh no,
thing
I'm going to get it right now.
Okay.
I mean, if Blau wants to get it, he can go get it. But it's in a chest in the subterrane, so I
didn't do any chests in the subterranean.
See, I didn't
literally
have
went straight to the boss.
You were ahead of me in levels.
Oh, I was in the 60s because of the boss.
I was like mid 50s. I was like 1 level away from Nuke. I think I said
Yeah.
I really hope that the raids that get introduced in the Final Fantasy XIV and the next expansion are based on the Lunar Subterrane. Because word is that expansion is taking us to the moon. So
That would be really cool. Yeah.
seems like it would be a missed opportunity if they don't.
I hear the moon
That
is
would-
full of monsters.
I heard it's full of whales.
Yeah, a bunch of rich people that spend a lot of money. That's exactly what it's full of.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, okay. So we got Apollo's harp. Well, let's see
That's the actual ultimate weapon, I think.
So let's see what Apollo's harp does.
Because Loki's harp, I believe, is the one that's in the trial that you can't take out. I think. I could be wrong.
Apollo 9880, strength, agility, will plus 15, two-handed.
Is that the one that's strong against dragons?
Yep, deals fire damage and strong against dragons.
Yeah. That one. I remember that one because Eddie could always do rolling nines with it. To the dragons and the
in the subterranean. Yeah,
subterranean.
All right, let's get some tunes going here.
I'll go back to my Mystic Quest playthrough now since it's over with.
So nobody found the spoon, huh?
One of these days I'll actually
Oh, I
beat this
didn't. I
game.
wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even think to look.
I saw where it was, and I never got it. I don't remember where it was. I saw where it was, but I don't remember where it was.
I mean, at this point, there's only 3 places it could be. That's the moon, the giant, or Sylph Cave.
It must have been in Sylph Cave then, because I saw it. I just don't remember where it was. Like, I was like, oh, there's the spoon. But yeah, that's the only places I haven't. Well, I mean, it could be on the moon. But
I
don't
got to
think
the
it
point-
was on the moon.
Okay, so the reason I did Sealed Cave is because I got to the point just a few minutes ago where I was like, there's only 2 things left for me to do, Sylph Cave or Sealed Cave. I was like, I really don't want to go through Sylph Cave.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
even
did.
though Sylph Cave would have been the smarter move because there's a lot more checks there. So I went to Sealed Cave just because I didn't want to slog through the Sylph.
Oh yeah, this shit.
And
you can't
honestly,
see the enemies.
Honestly, I was mad that that was where the Dark Crystal was.
Oh really?
So usually nobody ever goes to the Sealed Cave. And yet, somehow, you guys both...
I ordinarily wouldn't have
Decision
done
to go
it.
there.
Yeah, I mean, you're not lying. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have done it.
Because it's the only thing in there is just a single check.
Yeah,
And the boss. you
and
can't
like,
exit
but I
out.
mean, I just I just the way the logic was, I was like, you know, this is faster than doing the sealed cave, and it just seemed right based on the way the logic rolled. Because, you know, like, Raz is right. Like, the way these seeds work is there's... As weird as it feels, as weird as it sounds, there is, like, almost like a narrative that they set. Like, if you really kind of watch it. And it's just... You kind of have to... I don't know. You just kind of have to... sometimes feel it, I guess, but that one just happened to work. I was like, I never get the Luca key this early. That's strange. Like that was my thinking, you know. This one wasn't that hard a seed. It was just a surprisingly long seed.
I've got a second adamant. I'm not sure who I want to give it to.
I put mine on Cecil. Though I in retrospect, I would have put it on Kane because I found crystal armor later.
Yeah, I have the crystal armor. And I already gave one to Eddie, so...
Yep. I don't regret the one on Eddie. Like, it got me through a large portion of the early game. Oh, that was stupid of me.
Oh, sweet. That's a good spell to get. I mean, like, so in this game, Phoebe's the most OP character in the game, but like Ruben's a badass too. Like just in terms of straight physical attacks, Ruben just wrecks everything.
Ruben is also a sandwich.
A really good one. I'm fond of Rubens.
I would really like to have a Ruben right now.
As I'll say, I could take a Ruben.
I have not had a Ruben in a hot minute.
It's been a very long time. But I mean, they got. I'm not that big on rye bread, but everything else is just exactly what I like out of the sandwich.
I'm not big on rye bread except when eating a Ruben.
Yeah, they're good on that, but I mean, it's just mustard, corned beef, all that other stuff. I like all of it. So.
Oh, no mustard. I'll take the Thousand Island version.
It's not a Reuben if doesn't have mustard.
It's not a Reuben if it doesn't have Thousand Island.
I've never heard of putting Thousand Island on a Reuben. A Reuben has mustard on it.
No.
That is so weird.
I
have never heard of putting Thousand Island on a Reuben. You put like brown mustard on a Reuben.
I've never encountered a restaurant or any like I've heard of mustard going on a Reuben, but I've never encountered a restaurant where that was the default.
I've never heard of Thousand Island on a Reuben. That's crazy. That is a new one on me.
You should try it sometime.
I'm not that big on Thousand Island.
That's how Arby's serves them.
I've never seen a Reuben at Arby's, but I don't eat Arby's much. Yeah. So the Wikipedia one actually says Russian dressing.
Probably similar.
Thousand Island dressing, walleye Reuben, fresh walleye, grouper, egg rolls, Rachel sandwich, which is French dress, barbecue sauce or French dressing on it. The barbecue sauce sounds like it should be from North Alabama, but
Texas.
Yeah. Well, Texas it'd be well. I guess it is corned beef, so that would track. Texas does the beef brisket, which I always joke I'm not a good Southerner because, well, there's a couple reasons I say that. I say I'm not a good Southerner because I don't like pinto beans. I'm not a good Southerner because I prefer brisket to pork barbecue because I'm just not a big fan of pork. In the South, this part of the South, everybody does pork barbecue, but
oh, how tempted I would be to take this if this came earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. That was the thing. Is like I was already at the end of the game when Second Cecil come on, but I'd have took Second Cecil over Kane with that Excalibur or no, I could just go and bought another fucking crystal sword. Yeah, I'd have took that in a damn heartbeat.
Yep. I mean,
I had more than enough
should
cash
have.
left.
I probably should have taken them because I haven't grinded, but
Yeah, I'd already done all my grinding, so.
But I don't need to do much grinding, is the thing.
Mm-mm.
I'm already approaching level 40.
Yeah, no, I was already in the. Well, I mean, well, y'all talked about that. I was in the 40s when I started grinding, so I was still ahead of y'all in levels, I guess, from the way y'all were talking. But yeah, I was in when I got the moon, I was already in the 40s, so it didn't take much to get up to that point.
These guys have a lot of health.
You want to know something funny? Like as a kid, I didn't know that the main character's name was Benjamin for Mystic Quest, and my cousin is a Benjamin, is a Ben, and so when we played this, my name was always as Andrew, and his was always as Benjamin. So without knowing it, he was putting in the canonical name for the character.
Doesn't it give you that name by default?
If it did, I never noticed. I always thought you just named him by default. And I mean, like I said, I'm not saying definitively one way or the other on it. They could absolutely do that. But if it did that, all I'm saying is I never noticed it.
Right.
I always assumed it was one of those that you had to put your own name in for. Hey, I gotta give Ricky a shout out. Like the Dark King one was one of the cooler concepts he's ever had for a deck to me. Like it's a really interesting villainous deck. It's hard to play, but it's very interesting. Huh?
See, I don't play, so I only see them when he posts the YouTube videos about them.
Yeah.
But they are interesting to me.
Yeah, the Dark King was one of his cooler ones. It's got like a track that you do with it, and you go through the 4 different forms of it by achieving certain things. Like it's a pretty cool one. Like it's one of the ones I like the best.
That one must still be in playtesting.
It is, yeah. We haven't played in a long time. I need to hit him up and try to do that again. It's been way too long since we played.
He usually doesn't post the videos until he's fairly certain that they're more or less in their final form.
He takes a lot of pride in them, and naturally so. So he won't put it up until he's convinced that we're not going to really mess with it. Because there's some of them like Garland. There's some of them like Garland that we have changed so many damn times. Like, look, you want to talk about Dan's White Well? Winning with fucking Garland. How many games have you played with Garland, Dan?
I've won a couple. I've won.
You've won a couple, but like, how many have you played?
Yeah, but keep in mind, a lot of those rounds are with the old Garland.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's been 8 million incarnations of Garland.
I know. Well, I mean, I think the current incarnation of Garland is pretty good. He's not way overpowered. You know, I think Ricky made some changes that went too far in the one direction, and then he's kind of balanced it out now. And I think we finally got it to a point where it's viable.
The problem it really had with Garland was that, and it was the most interesting deck because of that, is that like Garland was almost unwinnable, but you didn't feel that way. Like every time you played it, you felt like if you had just done this or done that, you'd have won. And that's what's been unique about it from the beginning. Is this like it was so close. And so we've just gone through so many. We made it actually too easy to win with at one point. It's just that we put more work into that deck than any of the other ones we've ever touched. I mean, I take pride in that too, because we all played these, we all played test them, and we've all put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into these.
Pride he takes in working on those definitely shows, because just from watching the videos, I can see that it's very high quality.
Oh, he does. He does such a good job on those. Like, look, we all did the play testing on them and have invested a lot of our time and sweat and everything else into it. So, but Ricky coming up with those ideas, he's so good at that. He's done such a good job of it overall. Like, and then what he does into the assets with them is just something else. Like they look so good when he's finished with them, like the cards in general, and like even down to like the background of the cards, like have a lot that goes into them.
Fun fact about that: I'm the one that took the screenshot for Asper 3 in the Shantoto deck.
Oh, were you? Cool.
Yep, that was actually me using plugins on the Windower to make myself look like Shantoto.
Really?
I was already a level 99 Black Mage, and nobody else that was playing could be asked enough to level it for that.
So you use that phrase. Is that one you heard growing up?
What?
Like, can't be asked to do something? Like,
Yeah.
You've actually heard that growing up?
Yeah. Oh, hey, there's the adamant.
I've heard people
I
say
have
it.
literally never heard that in my life until I met y'all. Like, I was 36 at least before I ever heard that phrase. I thought that Not a Buttface used it, and I thought he misspoke.
You know what?
When
I
he
am
used
early
it.
enough in the dungeon. I'm going to go ahead and turn in that adamant.
Because I had never heard it before. Like, I've still to this day, outside of y'all, never heard anybody use that phrase.
Usually I
Like,
hear it as
couldn't be,
arse.
I can't be bothered. I've heard that all the time, but I've never heard I can't be asked to do something.
I think it's more of a British idiom because, admittedly,
It's part
I
of the
usually
spectrum of doing something fully asked, half-asked, or no asked. Like
Yeah,
you
no,
can't,
like,
you can't be asked.
Yeah, doing something half-assed, absolutely, I've heard that, but I have never heard anybody anywhere
like I
that
said,
I've lived say that. You know,
like I said, I think it's more of a British thing because I usually hear it as half. I can't be arsed.
Yeah, I've heard British people say can't be arsed. But even then, that was more after I heard y'all say can't be asked. You know, like it was just it's just weird. Like I literally like I posted that in Ricky's thing. I was like, wait, did you mean you can't be bothered, or did you misspell that? And he's like, no, that's a phrase. I'm like, that's not a phrase. He's like, yeah, that's a phrase. I'm like, I've never heard it before. What is this one? Mask. Ah, gotcha. That's what lets me see that in this stuff. Yeah, you can see the enemies in it now, which I think I've killed them all, but it doesn't really matter.
That was a disappointing shop.
Because nothing really matters to me. I don't know, the shop on the moon was pretty damn good to me.
I'm not talking about the moon shop. I was talking about Cuckles.
Oh, Cuckold's. What was Cuckold's shop? Just nothing good?
Absolute trash.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got the adamant and it was like pretty early into the moon, so I was like, I'll go ahead. It'll help. Well, I bet this is the wrong damn way too. I bet I need to go find however I got to that other section. Interesting boss choices that are still at large here. I got lucky. Like I never marked Valveless was the only boss I thought that I forgot to mark off. But got Mist Dragon, Antlion, Mylon Z. Yeah, did y'all? Oh, that's what. What was? That's what. Valvelous, Calcabrina, Demon Wall. Rydia's dead ass mom. That's what the one we were talking about was. The one that we couldn't remember. It was Rydia's dead ass mom. That's the one I never did because I never found the Mist Dragon. And I'm not sure what that last one on the tracker is. Was it that adamant? No, that was something else we were looking for. Fuck, I don't know now. I'm lost.
Spoon.
Thank you, Ruben. You fucking suck.
Oh, that's Zeramus. Why is Zeramus on the tracker? It's over.
He's all. Yeah, he still is. Fuck you, Ruben. How do you miss with a fucking ball and chain? And now that I have a harp again, I can sing. I totally didn't recognize that song. I'm not even gonna lie. That'll be the turning point for the Zeramus.
I wonder what is the song from Loki's harp, from the Apollo harp.
Pop did it, didn't he?
Huh? Oh, it was Corneria. It was from Star Fox. It was the first stage.
Rolling nines. This is the true might of the Apollo harp. Like, I don't don't even need to Bahamut this.
So I'm not gonna lie, this sprite as a little kid was a little not to do any kind of pun whatsoever, but titillating. Like if you see my screen right now.
Hmm.
I would take the time to look, but I think Dan wants me to hurry up so he can go to bed.
It's the Medusa one, and she has a very obvious rack, let's say.
Well, I'm sure Raptoons will make a joke about that when we get there. I'm honestly a little surprised they haven't done Mystic Quest yet.
Yeah, it is a little surprising.
Because they've done all the main ones.
I do love this game. Like, fuck you. Ow. Okay. Yeah, let's cure Ruben.
Actually, no, that's
Son
not
of a bitch.
Shala. Because Shala would have purple in the robes.
I have no clue. So
And this is just straight up blue. She actually kind of looks like, what's that girl's name from Yu Yu Hakusho? Blue hair.
Botan.
Botan? Yeah.
Yeah, she does look like Botan. Yeah, that's a good catch. Yeah, I love that movie. I love that so much. I'm a huge Yu Yu Hakusho fan. But yeah, maybe that's who she is. Maybe she's Botan.
Yeah,
I mean, that would be pulling a reference out. But yeah, because Botan always wears blue too. So
yeah, Shala has purple robes. Is the only reason why I noticed that.
yeah, I mean, you may be right. I mean, Shala Kitty puts a lot of work into these, so they're all very specific. Like even if you don't recognize them.
This one is getting Bahamuted.
Oh shit! Yeah, you have the mini boss, so you're like, I gotta open the volcano to do the damn volcano. Interesting. Let's go ahead and use the end just to get my spell charges back. I mean, I don't overly need to. I got seeds, but still. This game was easy mode because the Japanese thought we were stupid, but I know I say it's easy mode, but it don't matter how leveled you are. The last boss, the Dark King, is like a hard boss. Like he can.
What do
fuck
the
you up.
Japanese have to do with Mystic Quest?
That's what Mystic Quest was. It's a beginner RPG because they thought North Americans couldn't handle the more complicated
North America,
RPGs.
though.
It was made in their influence. Like it's like you'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to look the story up on it, but
Like,
there's a reason. There's a reason this one
first
exists.
RPG.
It wasn't developed. It was meant to be. Yeah, it was meant to be Baby's first RPG, and it was developed with the Japanese, and it was developed in the idea that Americans couldn't handle traditional RPG, couldn't handle like traditional Japanese RPGs.
It's one of only 2 games I know of that was made by Square USA. The other one being Secret of Evermore. Which only furthers my amazement that they actually included some songs as well as Benjamin in one of the Theatrhythm games. Oh, I think this might at least be the last behemoth. Jesus, there's a lot of them in here.
Although designed by one of Square's development teams in Japan, it was specifically geared for the U.S. market.
What?
Yeah, it was designed by Japan. I'm telling you, it was designed because the Japanese thought we were too dumb for RPGs.
That can't be right.
Square thus attempted to broaden the genre's appeal through Mystic Quest. Square had already released several Final Fantasy spin-offs in North America, including the first 3 titles in the Saga series as Legend and the first Mana series game, Seiken Densetsu, as Final Fantasy Adventure, in which to further break into the American consciousness. Square's executives cited the alleged difficulty of role-playing games as the reason Americans shied away from them, and eased the difficulty by tweaking various aspects in the main series gameplay. The American version release of Final Fantasy IV was altered to make the game simpler, for example. Mystic Quest took it one step further, and the Japanese developers worked with the American offices to make sure the game was accessible to children.
Okay, there you go. There's where your Japanese influence comes in. But it was still made by Square USA.
Well, this specifically says it was designed in Japan, so...
Well, you just also read that the Japanese developers worked with the American offices.
Right, but, I mean... It might have been made by that, but it was made because the Japanese... what I literally just read said that it was made because the Japanese thought that we couldn't handle more complicated ones. That's the whole reason they did it. Like, it's notorious because of that.
We'll agree with you that the Dark King is very difficult.
Yeah, the
I
Dark
got
King
all
is
the way-
hard. Yeah.
I've never beaten it because of the Dark King. I got all the way to
Yeah.
him and couldn't beat him.
Well, he's not easy. Yeah, he's a hard boss. As weird as that sounds. Like, there's a lot of random... yeah, you can't literally lose because you just... can start to fight over and over again, but yeah, he's hard. Like, I've played this and, like, just upset, like, over level. Like, I played one playthrough of it where I, like, killed every enemy in the game when I was younger and had more time just to do it. And I still lost to him first time I fought him. Like, being as over leveled as I could possibly be. Fighting red dragons. I didn't get to Bahamut, and that made me mad. Like, I killed him before I could get Bahamut off on him. Like, there's nothing I like more than killing Bahamut with Bahamut.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize I got that high a level already.
If you get the 50s, Iridial or Nuke at 55.
Yeah, I just learned Nuke.
Yeah, obviously you'll be able to beat it pretty easy by the time you get it then. Ow. There we go. Oh, let's see, there's the Rigger Medusa item. Or Rigger Medusa enemy. After you fought the mini boss, the one mini boss. Yeah, Ruben kills her in one hit. Because Ruben's a badass like that. Oh, now I have life. Okay, cool. One downside is, like, I go so long between playing this. There's large sections of it I don't end up remembering. Okay, yeah, I don't need those.
Another thing that makes Eddie really good with the Apollo Harp is that he is really, really fast.
Is he?
He gets like 2 turns, everybody else is 1.
That's awesome. See, yeah, neither of us got it, obviously, so.
Finally.
That's an Efreet. Interesting.
Tends to a full heal on the hit points. Or is it only like 1,000 hit points?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Do tents heal hit points to full, or is it only
No.
like 1,000?
They don't heal it to full. Like, I don't know what the limit is, but they don't go to full.
I know they don't do MP to full. It's only like 100.
Yeah, they don't. They have a limit. Like, there's a reason that like you need the cabins.
I guess it doesn't matter. You get a full heal right before this boss anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're almost at Zeramis, you'll get a full heal anyway. So I wouldn't even bother. Like I don't like when I fight the last boss, I just save and go straight to Zeramis. Oh fuck me!
This is time to give somebody this other adamant.
Have you been holding it for that whole length of time?
Yeah. I usually hold on to the adamants until I need them.
I don't. I do them pretty much immediately.
If it weren't for the bug, I would use them immediately.
I rarely have to question who I want to give it to, though. Like it's rarely a decision. I mean, it is sometimes. I won't lie. Every now and then, there's one I'm like, I have to really sit down and think about it. Most of the time, I'm pretty confident with who I do. The spoon was Rydia's dead-ass mom. That's what I was trying to think of.
What is my best staff? Is life best staff?
Life is the best one, yes. It's the best staff in the game. Lunar is next best, but it's, yeah, Lunar and Life.
I'm gonna give it to Rydia.
Say what?
Giving it to Rydia.
Not the Life staff, you don't.
The adamant.
Oh, okay.
Because I never got a black robe.
You
So
should
the
have
best
a
I had was-
Stardust. You should have a Stardust by now.
I do. But the
Yeah.
best armor I had was a sorcerer robe.
Yeah.
I have a white on Rosa, so.
Well, the Sorcerer Robe has the same bonus that the Sorcerer has the same bonus that the Adamant does.
No, it doesn't. It's +5.
I
Adamant's
thought it was plus
15.
10. I thought it was plus 10.
Wrong
I
on
thought they
both
were both
counts.
plus 10. Huh? I thought they were both plus 10.
No,
Adamant
the
and the Sorcerer.
sorcerer is +5 and adamant's +15.
I still wouldn't give it to Rydia. I'd give it to a frontline fighter.
See, I can't justify giving it to Kane because I do have decent armor and he's going to be in the air like
Kane-
most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I got Crystal on my Cecil.
I'm just never going to agree that giving it to a mage is a good idea. It's always going to be a sticking point with me. And like, I'm not advocating that's the way to play, but it's one of those things I'm never gonna see the one to put it on because it's just a waste. I mean, unless it's one of those rare seeds where like, because we have run them where we've had like 4 adamants, you know. I do hate that bug though that you can't take it off once you put it on somebody. There you go, guys. Of course you put him to sleep. Doesn't matter. Ruben's gonna wreck your shit anyway. Kill the Cosmic Chicken here.
Probably gonna take a full force Big Bang this time.
I had so much HP by the time I was done, and honestly, it didn't matter. Like, he hit me with at least one full one, and at 2,000 damage, it still wasn't enough to kill any of my characters.
Yeah, well, I went for the slow anyway, so now I'm gonna eat a nuke on top of it.
I would never use. Well, do you have nuke? Did you level up to it?
Yeah,
Because
have
I mean,
nuke.
if you do, you don't want to use slow.
Thing was, it was Rose's turn, and he'd already shaken. So
Yeah.
it was that or nothing.
So in that situation, I have her cast Cure 4 even if everybody's not hurt yet, and then on the off chance that he uses Big Bang before she uses Cure 4.
Yeah, it was a gamble.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. That's just the gamble. That's the gamble I always take in that situation. Problem I have is that, like, as I always feel like doing it, like, I really wanted to say in that scenario, I really wanted to use haste on at least Cecil, but I never could afford to let Rosa not cast Cure 4.
I already got off 2 slows on him, so I'm good to go here.
Yeah, I never cast slow.
Slow is a good alternative to nuke if you don't have nuke.
I mean, I only do it if it's, yeah, like if I don't have a black mage. I mean, we've played seeds where there's no black mage.
Right.
And then you have to use slow, but that's if you have 2 white mages, and even then it's a poor alternative to it. Like, I will argue to the death, because you eat the nuke counterattack even if you use slow. And so at least with nuke, you're
but a
getting
nuke counter-
9999. You know, you're getting bouncing 9, so you're doing damage. With slow, you're not doing damage.
A nuke counterattack is not as bad as eating a full force Big Bang.
Depends on who he attacks with. If he attacks, you only have one white mage, and he does the nuke counterattack to the white mage, and then white mage does it. But even if he doesn't, it's still, like, if you have the option, it's better to use nuke.
I mean, if you have the option to, but
Yeah, like, I just...
since you can't really select turns, it's kind of up to the mercy of whose turn it is when he's about to do his thing.
But it doesn't matter. It's still better eating the full Big Bang, to me.
No, it's never good to eat a full Big Bang.
I'd rather eat a full Big Bang than risk it and then do that one. Like, I mean, like I told you, I use Cure 4 and then hope the Big Bang, gamble that the Big Bang comes off before I use Cure 4.
The nuke counter only does, like, 800, 900 damage.
No, it doesn't. It routinely did 2,000 to me when I did it. It never does. It almost
really
never
low
rolls
level.
that low damage. Huh?
That's what it's doing in this fight to everybody.
No,
It's
it did. No, it was doing 2,000 plus to me.
But still, it's
Like, it was
better.
doing more damage. It was doing more damage than the Big Bangs were.
It is better to take a single 2,000 damage than to take 5 2,000 damages, which is what a full force Big Bang does.
Whoa, that was weird. I still think it's better to use Cure 4 and risk that one, because if it does it and it doesn't kill you, then the Cure 4 the Cure 4 just completely negates the whole thing. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Like, I think it's better holding Iridia for nuke.
Well, the
Because
Cure
at
Force
least you're
doesn't
doing-
negate it if you don't have people survive it. Time.
Nice.
Good job.
So I was right. I was right about 30 minutes behind y'all.
You kind of called it, yeah.
The had
We were
30
both
minutes
right
and
at
no
3
progress.
Yeah, I was 2 hours 46 minutes, and Dan was like maybe a minute and a half ahead of me, maybe a little more, not much.
Dan must have been distracted. He really should have interjected on that argument a lot earlier because we were going in circles.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is there's no argument that I'm ever going to agree that slow is preferable to use over nukes. So that's why it goes in circles. Yeah, I will never agree with that. Like I don't have many hardline things. I'm a hardline on that one.
Slow
It's
does
like,
slow him down.
It doesn't matter that much though. Like I don't think it does. Like I mean, we're gonna go in circles. I'm never gonna agree. There's not going to be an argument you can make that's going to make me agree. So that's the problem.
I mean, I think that's more a you problem than the argument problem.
Well, I'm just saying, if that's the case, it's fine. But there's no point in it because I'm not going to agree. Like I'm utterly convinced that Nuke's better in every situation, no matter what.
Weren't you also utterly convinced at one point that Avenger wasn't worth it?
No, I always knew Avenger was worth it. I just hated Avenger. I still kind of hate the Avenger. I just deal with it. I never thought it wasn't the better solution.
Well, good job on completing, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having a good time and chilling out. What do we got for Wednesday?
Crap, I put something on it. I think it's SMBR for Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I believe it is. It's about time that we do one. So
SMBR?
I believe it. Yeah, it's SMBR or SMB, whatever, SMB3R.
Mario 3?
Mario 3 randomizer. Yeah, SMB3R or whatever. Yeah, SMB3R, that's what it is. That's Wednesday. So that'll be a good one. That's always good. It always gets us some views, and we enjoy running it. And we got a lot of people to do it, so we'll probably have not a butt face and a few other people in it. I'm sure Blau will wake up in time to play it. So, and Blau will kick all our asses at it. So, since we've determined he is just the best at it. So,
anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for playing, and have a good night, everyone. And we'll catch you next time.
Y'all have a great
Good night,
one.
everybody.